WB4AIZ, listening.
W8WKY.
WFHGHA, listening.
Said, hey, how you doing there, Chuck?
I'm doing okay. WB4AIZ. Kind of, well, sort of close. Not really. As usual, I'm going to be in and out. I just got off Calgary machine up in Canada. And so many, that's so little time. So, very good. Just wanted to check in. B4AIZ.
All right, Chuck, you're sounding good, all the way down from Florida, and got you checked in, and we'll put you in and out. It's good to hear from you, Chuck. You have a good week going forward. KE8VZA.
KE8VZA, this is N7VAS. How are you tonight, Eric?
Discharged this week from rehab. Go back to my assisted living. Everyone take care of WB4AIZ.
Well, that's good news, Chuck. Good to hear. So you have a good week, and I hope your transition back to the assisted living goes very smoothly. KE8VZA. I heard another station trying to check in there. If you could please come back, I'll get you in the log.
Eric, N7VA. Yeah, thanks for catching me. Go ahead and put me in and out. I'm mobile right now, so I probably won't make it for the rest of the night, but I do appreciate it. 73s.
N7VAN, KE8VZA here. Good to hear you, Brian. Got you in and out. And thanks for stopping by. And if you do make it to the QTH and you want to participate further, just do a recheck when the opportunity presents itself. 7-3, we'll clear with N7VAN. This is KE8VZA.
FHGHA checking in. This is Andy in Hartville.
KF8GHA. Andy, this is KE8VZA. I got you on the log there, Andy.
KF8GHT, Ryan in Canton, in and out, 73VA.
This is Kilo 6 Kilo, Juliet Victor, K6KJV, Kevin of Valley Springs, California.
All right, we got two stations there. K6KJV, I got you, Kevin. Good to hear you. Got you on the log. And there was a KF8 station right before Kevin who was going to be in and out, and I apologize I didn't catch all of your call sign. If you could please repeat. Okay, I think I copied Kilo Foxtrot 8, Golf Hotel Papa. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right, very good. And were you going to be in and out tonight? I thought I heard you say?
Yes, in and out tonight.
Okay, Ryan, thanks for stopping by. And 7-3, we'll clear with KF8GHP. This is KE8VZA. I'll be your net control operator tonight for the Beacon Net pre-show, which will start in about 3 minutes. and I have a net still open. I've been harvesting call signs from the blue screen as well as a few that have checked in via RF. So if we have a few minutes, if you'd like to get on the log and you want to beat the rush, give me a call, KE8VZA.
KE8VZA, this is KE8ZZR. Check me in, and also would you also check in my wife, KF8GGC, please.
KE8VZA, WV3K with no traffic. Have a good night, Eric, and God bless. WV3K, clear. Very good. We picked up 3 stations there. KE8ZZR, Harry, KF8GGC, Marianne, and Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo, Phil. I know your voice anywhere. And good to hear you tonight, Phil. You have a good evening, and 7-3 got you in and out. KE8VZA returning. All right. We have about 30 seconds till our lovely announcer comes on and announces the beginning of the pre-show. So if you would, please stand by. We'll have plenty of time for check-ins once we get the pre-net rolling. And Nick at Nite will take even more check-ins once we get the main net rolling at the top of the hour. KE8VZA.
The Beacon Net, a gathering of hams from around the world, will start on the system in 30 minutes. Come join us.
There she is. QST, QST, QST. This is Kilo Echo 8, Victor Zulu Alpha, KE8VZA. My personal is Eric, Echo Romeo India Charlie, and I'll be your net control station tonight for the Beacon Net pre-show. Let's see, we are on the W8WKY repeater in Doylestown, Ohio with the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association. Our frequency is 147 Mark 390 with a positive offset and a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. You can also connect via Allstar. Our node number is 48496. Or EchoLink, look for W8WKY-R. The Beacon Net pre-show is a controlled net. I ask that all traffic pass through net control, yours truly. And urgent or emergency traffic can break in at any time. So I'll take a brief pause for any urgent or emergency traffic. Please call now. All right, hearing nothing, we'll continue on with the Beacon Net pre-show. Just to tell you that the Beacon Net meets here every Sunday and Wednesday night at 10 p.m. and with the pre-show starting at 9:30. Those are Eastern times. So anyway, make sure you got the correct time zone. We'll go up to the top of the list here for our Mickey Mouse roll call, and we'll start off with the net control station who will be taking over the main net at the top of the hour. Nick at Nite, KE8QKO. How are you?
KE8BZA, KE8QKO. Hello, Eric. Hello, everybody in the net. I'm doing fine. Just kind of enjoying a relaxing Sunday at home with the family. Yeah, do a little house cleaning. That's really about it. Just kind of chilling out. Anyway, I'll be here. I'll be standing by for the net at 10 p.m. And I will talk to you then. KE8QKO.
Very good, Nick. You're sounding good on this end, and we'll catch you at the top of the hour. We're clear with KE8QKO. Let's go down and see if Dustin's out there. KE8EPC. Dustin, are you out there? How are you? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
W8WKY.
KD8 EPC. Are you out there, Dustin? All right, maybe he's taking a well-deserved night off. We'll go ahead and mark him in and out for now. And Dustin, if you'd like to get in later, give me just do a recheck. Anyway, we'll clear with KD8 EPC. Let's go down and talk to Justnick, KD8 SLG. How you doing, Justnick? And are you sticking around for the big show tonight?
KE8VZA, this is KD8 SLG. Good evening, Eric and all the Beacon Netizens. I'm still trying to warm up, back up from POTO last night. It's cold out there. I should be around later. Give me a holla. Good to hear you, man. KD8 SLG, back to net control.
All right there, Justnick. Yeah, I caught some of the aftermath of the POTA event on the Sarah Discord channel. Looks like everybody had fun, and yeah, it looked like it was chilly. Kind of reminded me of that last POTA we did, or that one POTA we did last year where it was May, but it was incredibly cold. But anyway, sorry I couldn't make it. Things just got stacked up over here. You know how it is. Anyway, good to hear you, Justnick. We'll clear with KD8 SLG for now. Let's go down and see if Josh is out there. W8HRF. How you doing, Josh? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
K8VZA, W8HRF. Hey, Eric. Good to hear you tonight. Yeah, I'll be around. I'm out in the garage. I'm going to finish up trying to finish up a drawer I was working on, kind of on and off today. I was watching the kids. Lucy was out most of the day. So, had them. That went well, and had the chance through some of the naps to be able to work out here on a drawer for my workbench. So I'm going to try to wrap that up during the nap. So I'll be here. Good to see so many folks at POTA, and we'll catch you in a bit. K8VZA, W8HRF.
All right there, Josh. Yeah, like I was telling Nick, looks like everybody had a good time out of POTA. Cool. Sorry I couldn't make it, but glad it was a success. And we'll clear with W8HRF for good luck with the drawer. Let's go down to KE8YUK, just Lucy. How you doing, Lucy? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
KE8VZA, KE8YUK. Wow, I haven't been just Lucy in a long time, but it's still true. I don't know what I will do. I'll probably be in and out, and if Josh chimes in on something, I'll probably be in the background, because if he's awake, I'll probably be awake. Stop grinding your teeth, Will. That's one reason I might be awake, is Will is still awake. But yeah, had a great time today. Josh, watching the kids was a major blessing, and everybody did really well. Anyway, kids will be kids, but he did a great job, and I'm very grateful for him giving me that day. So, happiness aside, have a good night, everybody. KE8YUK to KE8VZA.
All right, Lucy. Well, glad you got a little break there, and well, anyway, good to hear you. We'll mark you in and out, and if you want to check back in, you know the drill. Anyway, good to hear you, Lucy. 7-3. We'll clear with KE8YUK, and let's go down and see if Alan's out there. I see him in the blue screen. KI5DAY Alan. How you doing? Larry, I guess you had some severe weather blow through down there.
Hey, Eric, KI5DAY in the net. Well, it's been off and on with the weather, but it kind of missed us on the last round. Luckily, Thursday night it got kind of wild, but I don't know. It missed us yesterday. Tonight, everything's north of us, up in Kansas, and just across the border of Kansas, and just below the border of Kansas into Oklahoma. about an hour north of us. It's hitting. It's been off again, on again, funnel clouds and stuff up there. It's moving really slow, though, to the east to southeast. But so far, we haven't had any development here. Don't know that we're going to, but I think we're under a nadir watch until midnight. That's tornadoes and Ralph nadir watch. Hi. Some will have no clue. But anyways, I'll be right here listening, and Larry's fine. He's got this. He's on a yogurt kick lately. I don't know. He ate too many Funyuns and put on a few pounds, so he's eating a lot of yogurt. KI5DAY, back to you.
All right, Alan. Well, yeah, I was watching the Weather Channel this, and some of the pictures were pretty devastating. But I'm glad you guys pretty much got missed, especially in that last round. And yeah, Larry, man, you got to watch those Funyuns. And but I don't know what you may have changed on your end, Alan, but your audio is excellent tonight. Anyway, through with KI5DAY, and we'll talk to him later. He'll have our alt trivia. Anyway, let's see. Let's go down. Who I have? Let me take a break for time. KE8VZA returning. Okay, here is who I have on the log. WB4AIZ Chuck, who checked in and out. 73 Chuck. AB8MO Andy. K5CFY Ray. KF8G Brian. KC0LRM Kelly. K3MBC Mark. KE8ZRY Jeremy. N7VAN Brian, who was mobile in and out. 73 Brian. KI5TAQ Taco Tim. KF8GHA Andy. KA8LYJ Bob. F8GHP Ryan, who was also in and out. 73 Ryan. K6KJV Kevin, all the way from California. KE8ZZR Harry and his significant other. KF8GGC Mary Ann. WV3K Phil, who checked in and out. 73 Phil. KI5RFI Mac. KF8GGM Matt. And KE8QFT. There you have it. So, we have 20 minutes here of the BeaconNet pre-show. Plenty of time for check-ins. So if you'd like to get on the log, please give me a call. Give me your call sign phonetically, alphabetically, with your name and location, and I'll get you in the log. I am KE8VZA.
JV, Matt, the Intel Station, what time?
Good evening, Eric. Here is KC8. Fox, Queen, Victor, Mark, and Aurora.
All right, we got two there. AF5JB Matt, who's short time. We'll get back to you shortly here, Matt. And KC8FQV Mark, got you on the log. And I picked up N5KBD as well from the blue screen. Pete, gotcha. All right, any other stations that would like to get on the log for the BeaconNet, please give me a call. I'm KE8VZA.
Kilo Foxtrot 8 Delta Tango Alpha KF8 DTA Jeff, New Franklin.
All right, very good. KF8 DTA Jeff from New Franklin, got you on the log. All right, let's go up and work the list. So let's go. We'll go to our short time station, Matt, AF5JB. How you doing, Matt? And what do you have for the net? A couple comments before you go? Go ahead.
W8WKY.
Yeah, copy. It's currently 81 degrees, and I think it's overcast or mostly cloudy. And then I've got thunderstorms I go northwest with the Wales and everything, but other than that, feel pretty good. Had a good weekend. Stayed in town. Had a pretty good route Saturday morning, and got all that done. I went to the house at 8 and showered and everything, and got around and went to the laundry, and then I went to then about 6 o'clock Batman battle. That went to the main event, and had some incredible tacos there. And then I went back home and watched TV a little bit and had me a beer and I went to bed. Spent my Saturday night and took it easy most of the day and played more games. Played Black Tiger, played Outrun, and played Smith Pac-Man. And I played something else. I can't think of it offhand, but can't remember. But anyway, had a good time doing that, and then getting ready for to start a whole new week, and don't have too much anything else. Want to say hi to everybody, and pretty free. Have a good safe week out there, and that was good to hear you guys. Keep having me. And this is the AF5JB, Matt, FC Tulsa, Oklahoma. Thanks for taking control. Thanks again.
Okay, Matt, very good. I heard you say taco, and now I'm hungry again. Anyway, good to hear you tonight. Sounds like you had a decent weekend, and have a good week going forward. Thanks for stopping by. 7-3. We'll clear with we'll clear with AF8 or AF5JB. My goodness, it helps if I read it. There you go. Clear with AF5JB. 7-3, Matt. This is KE8VZA. Let's go ahead and go up to the top of our list here. AB8MO. How you doing, Andy? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
All right. Well, good luck in getting through 20 people in 14 minutes. I'll stick around. AB8MO.
All right, Andy, very good. Yeah, thanks. We'll clear with AB8MO. Gotcha on the log, sticking around. Let's go down and see if Ray's out there, K5CFY. You out there, Ray? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight? K5CFY, KE8VZA, are you out there, Ray? All right, I don't see him in the blue screen, so no Ray tonight, perhaps. Anyway, we'll clear with K5CFY. Let's go down to Brian, KF8G. How are you, Brian? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
Going here, I thought you were going to ignore me. Oh, I just got to give you a hard time. Yeah, I'll be here. KF8G.
All right, Brian, very good. And I did catch you eventually there. I inserted you in the log, definitely where you were when you appeared in the blue screen. So anyway, good to hear you, Brian. KF8G, we got you on the log, sticking around. Go down to Kelly T0LRM. How you doing, Kelly? And you're going to stick around for the big show tonight.
There we go. Took me a second there. Sorry about that. KE8VZA, thanks for getting me off the blue screen. And yes, I will be sticking around. I'll cut it short. Back to you.
Kelly, thank you. And we got you on the log sticking around. We'll clear with KC0LRM. Let's go down next to Mark, K3MBC. How you doing, Mark? And are you going to stick around for the main net tonight?
NBC, doing pretty well indeed. Yep, sticking around to the end. Back to you.
Very good, Mark. Got you on the log sticking around. We'll clear with K3MBC. Let's go down next to Jeremy, KE8ZRY. Jeremy, and are you going to stick around for the main net tonight?
KE8VZA, this is KE8ZRY. Good evening, Eric, and everybody on the net so far. I am not going to stick around for that. I've had a pretty busy weekend, pretty crazy weekend actually. So I am going to sit around and relax and just probably go to bed early. So I hope everybody's had a great weekend though, and I will be back Wednesday evening. This is KE8ZRY, 1073 to everybody, and passing it back to me.
All right, Jeremy. Well, you get good rest there. Thanks for stopping by, and I'm sure we'll talk to you down the line. We'll clear with KE8ZRY, who's going to be in and out tonight. And next up, we have K5TAQ Taco Tim, all the way from Balfang, Oklahoma. How you doing, Tim? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
We've just had to let the repeater ID get out of the way first. This is KI5TAQ. Yes, I am sticking around, sending it back to net control.
Very good, Tim. Got you on the log sticking around. Let's clear with KI5TAQ and go down to Andy, KF8GHA. How you doing, Andy? And are you going to stick around for the main net tonight?
KE8VZA, this is KF8GHA. Yes, I'm going to stick around for the main event. I'm just now thawing out from the POTA down at Wingfoot Lake last night. I met quite a few people from the Sarah Club. I've not joined anything yet, but I'm looking forward to being part of the community. KF8GHA, listening.
Very good, Andy. I am sorry I missed POTA. I would have been able to meet you. Anyway, glad you made it out to the POTA. And yeah, there are quite a few clubs in the area. I like Sarah. Sarah's a really good club. Participation, and a good group of hands. Anyway, thanks for stopping by, Andy. Got you on the log sticking around. GHA, we'll clear with you, and let's go down next to Bob, KF8LYJ. I gather you're lingering, and say you.
KE8VZA, this is KA8LYJ, and yes, it is my full intention to linger. This is KA8LYJ, back to net control.
W8WKY.
All right, Bob, very good. I hope I didn't botch your call sign there. If I did, I apologize. But good to hear you sticking around. Clear with KA8LYJ. And let's go down next to RevCav, K6KJV, all the way from California, arriving little clown car. How you doing, Kevin? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
Well, Eric, I'm doing just fine, and I'm sticking around unless the good Lord calls me home. K6KJV.
All right, Kevin, fair enough. I guess the big man wins when all's said and done. Anyway, good to hear you. We'll clear with K6KJV, who is sticking around. Let's go down next to Harry, KE8ZZR. How you doing, Harry? And are you hanging on the big show tonight?
Well, good evening there, Eric. This is KE8ZZR, and yes, I will be sticking around for the big show.
Very good, Harry. All right, we got you on the log, sticking around. And now next to KF8GGC, Marianne. How you doing, Marianne? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
Hi, Eric. This is KF8GGC, and yes, I'll be sticking around for the big show.
Very good. Good to hear you tonight, Marianne. And again, congrats on the new license, the newly minted call sign there, and it's a good one too. I like it. So good. We got you on the log, sticking around. We'll clear with KF8GGC. And next, let's go down to Mac, KI5RFI. How you doing, Mac? And are you going to stick around for the main net tonight?
Good evening from Arkansas. This is Kilo India 5 radio frequency interference, and I will be hanging around in anticipation of the main event. Back to net control.
All right, very good, Mac. I know Arkansas is in good hands tonight, being fully represented here at the Beacon Net. So good to hear you tonight. We'll clear with KI5RFI. Let's go down to Matt, KF8GGM. I grabbed you from the blue screen when you weren't looking. Are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
KE8BZA. This is KF8GGM. And yes, sir, I will be sitting here with bated breath waiting for the main event.
Very good, Matt. Got you on the log, sticking around. KF8GGM. We'll clear with you. Let's go down next to Fred, KE8QFT. How you doing, Fred? You going to stick around for the big show?
Yes, I'll be here. My ear's been bad all week, but I hearing better tonight. Oh, ear's been clogged up. Might have to go to the doctor. We'll see tomorrow. Yeah, I'll be here. Back to pre-net.
All right, Fred, very good. Hopefully that'll work itself out one way or the other. Our son used to have problems with wax. We had to take him into the ENT for some extraction services. That was very interesting. Anyway, good to hear you, Fred. We'll clear with KE8QFT. And next, let's go down to Mark, Northern Mark, KC8FQV. How you doing, Mark? Are you going to stick around for the big show? KC8FQV, KE8BZA, you out there, Mark? All right, I'm sure he's hanging around. We'll circle back to him in a little bit. Let's go down and see if Pete's out there, if he's going to stick around. N5KBD. Pete, how you doing? And are you going to check in and out tonight? I looked for an in and out on the blue screen. I didn't see one. So how you doing? All right, maybe Pete is in and out. He usually is. We'll go ahead and mark him in and out. Pete, if I'm in error, please do a recheck. And next, let's go down to KF8DTA, Jeff over in New Franklin. How you doing, Jeff? And are you going to stick around for the main net tonight?
I am doing well. This is KF8DTA. Jeff, doing good. Crazy weekend, and I will recheck if I can. Daddy Duty's call. So thanks for taking my number. 73.
All right, Jeff. Well, you know what? We'll leave you on the log, and Nick will give you a call. And if you're there, you're there. If you're not, you're not. And no worries. We'll clear with KF8DTA. That brings us to the end of the log. Oh, for those naysayers out there, it's still not net time. We still have about 45 seconds. Oh my goodness. What are we going to do with this time, this extra time? If there's anyone else out there that would like to get on the log, please give me a call. I'm KE8VZA.
KE8HNK Mobile.
Hey, Eric, yes, I'm going to stick around. I'll be on for the net. Sorry I didn't catch you when you called. KSFQV.
Okay, Mark, gotcha on the log. C8FQV, KE8VZA. Okay, next we also picked up Elmer, KE8HNK. How you doing tonight, Elmer? And are you going to stick around for the net?
KE8HNK, mobile. I'll probably be checking in from my base station. I'm going to go ahead and turn it back over to you.
All right, good deal, Elmer. Gotcha on the log. Let's see. Any other check-ins? We'll squeak another one in here if you like.
Kilo Juliet 5, Mike, Charlie, Victor, KJ5, MCV, Ryan, Broken Arrow, Oklahoma.
All right, we picked up KJ5 MCV. Ryan, are you going to stick around tonight? All right, Ryan, we got you on the log. I know you're sticking around, right? Anyway, that's the end of the pre-net. Let's go up to Nick at Nite, KE8QKO. If you are ready to take the reins, go right ahead. This is KE8VZA.
All right, thank you, Eric. Fine business on the pre-show. Good evening and welcome to the BeaconNet. My name is Nick. My call sign is KE8QKO, Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Kilo Oscar. And I'll be net control for the evening. The BeaconNet meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the W8WKY repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a BL tone of 114 Mark 8, Allstar Node 48496, and EchoLink W8WKY-R. This is Directed Net. All traffic must pass through net control. We are linked in with our friends in Oklahoma, the Fireside Network, and various other repeaters. And we ask you key for a couple of seconds before and after you transmit so we hear everything you've got to say. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Please call now.
W8WKY.
All right, nothing heard there. Any stations that have not already checked into the pre-show that would like to check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. Sweet. Sounds like Eric did a pretty good job on the pre-show getting everybody checked in. Speaking of Eric, let's go up and talk to him and get our trivia question. Eric, take it away.
KE8QKO in the net. This is KE8VZA here. In trivia. All right, here we go. The first edition of the ARRL handbook was published when? Choices are Alpha, 1919, Bravo, 1926, Charlie, 1927, Delta, 1930. I'll take a break and read it again. KE8VZA returning with main trivia. The first edition of the ARRL handbook was published when? Choices are Alpha, 1919, Bravo, 1926, Charlie, 1927, Delta, 1930. All right, I'll put this in the blue screen momentarily. KE8VZA back to net control.
All right, thank you, Eric. I've got my guess written down. We'll see how it works out later in the net. Let's go talk to KI5DAY Alan to get the alternate trivia. Alan, take it away.
All right, Dan, KI5DAY. Yeah, I was just talking with Eric about the YouTube video I saw, the Sarah Club meeting one night, the only one I've ever seen, and Nick was talking a lot, just Nick. I think I saw Eric. I know I saw Josh, maybe Betty. I'm not sure if that was her or not. There was a little girl running around, and a whole bunch of people. I had no clue who they were. But anyways, tonight's alternate trivia is brought to you by Crispy Wheats and Raisins. Hi. Let me let this drop in. I shall read it. Tonight's alternate trivia is, which one of these prehistoric-looking animals will stand in murky waters, swamps, or marshes for hours waiting to catch their prey of other various aquatic animals? And they even decapitate fish often before they eat them. I'll read that question one more time. Which one of these prehistoric animals will stand in murky swamps or marshes for hours waiting to catch their prey of various other aquatic animals, and they even decapitate fish before they eat them? Is it A, the American crocodile, B, the shoebill bird, C, the red fox, or D, the great horned Cornwall owl? KI5DAY, I'll post in the screen.
All right. Well, thank you, Alan. I've got my guess written down for that one as well, and we'll see again how that one works out. All right. Now, we had one station. I see there are some mobile stations, but they were in and out. But we had one station that said he was mobile, but then also said he might be on his base station. But since he said mobile, we're going to go down and talk to you. KE8HNK, Elmer first, and see what he's got from the net. Elmer, take it away.
You should buy a lottery ticket. I'm going to tell you why. Because I'm still actually at home. I just literally a quarter of a mile from the house and just pulling them down to the QTH. Don't have much for the net. I'm going to pass on the trivia question. I got an early meeting tomorrow morning, so I'm going to hop off here, just turn it on and listen to it and as I drift off to sleep. So just want to say thanks for having me. Thanks for coming back to me. And it's KH&K back over to Net Control.
All right. Well, thank you, Elmer. Did you happen to have answers for our trivia questions?
Negative. I'm going to pass on it tonight. I didn't get a chance to hear it, and like I said, I'm getting ready to pack everything in the house for the night, so I'm going to go ahead and say 73.
All right, 73, sir. Yeah, I think I actually saw you earlier this week at the JCC in the parking lot, but I was on a work meeting call, so I wasn't able to get out and stop over and say hi. Anyway, take care, Elmer. We'll talk to you later. Let's see. Then we had go back up to the top of our list here. WB4AIZ Chuck was in and out, and that's going to take us down to AB8MO Andy. How you doing, Andy? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
AE8QKO. This is AB8MO. Not a whole lot going on. Working a little FT great. got my Bouvet Island confirmed. It was expensive, but hey, they know what they can charge, that's for sure, because that's Bouvet only gets successfully activated, well, usually once a decade, so I was able to work them this most recent time around. When they were activated a year ago, I couldn't work them, so anyhow, yeah, I guess Albert said he passed on the trivia before the message got through. I heard him say it the first time, so anyhow, I'm going to go with Citizens Band for my answers, and we'll see where that lands. And I'm going to go ahead and get ready for bed and let your soothing voice put me to sleep there, Sir Nick at night. Good to hear you. Thanks for picking up the net. And yes, Eric, I'm shocked. You actually finished, well, you would have finished on time. I really didn't think you were going to finish on time, but I was wrong. I admit, I hang my hat. That's all I got. Back she comes. This is APNML.
All right, well, thank you, Andy. Got your answers down for Charlie and Bravo. Yeah, and I realized the past after I set it, but if I don't hear the answers, I just instinctively go back and just double check. Yeah, kind of, I don't know. You get into a habit when that's how you run nuts. Anyway, this is KE8. Actually, before that, K5CFY Ray is in and out. And now this is KE8QKO on the WAWKY repeater 147 Mark 290, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. We're going through our list of check-ins for the BeaconNet. If you didn't make it into the check-in list, don't worry. There'll be more rounds for check-ins here once we get through everybody. So just sit tight and listen and enjoy the net. And next, we're going to talk to KF8G Brian. How you doing, Brian? And what do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
I was just curious how your photo activation went. I'm just sitting here watching Ryan Hall, watching all the storms in Kansas and Oklahoma and all Missouri, actually, too. And I guess tomorrow's going to get real interesting around Illinois. So you guys out west are going to get a break, it looks like. But, well, not so much going on this weekend. Went down to the Ham Fest. And then we went down to Denison. And there was a steam train sitting there, and a 250th anniversary American locomotive came in. So we got to see those come in. And that looked like a lot of fun. And I wish I'd known there was going to be more to it. They had a festival going. They had all kinds of food trucks and a car show. So we could have gone down there got there early for the car show and had a prime spot for watching the trains come in. Well, maybe we'll have to look for it next year, but other than that, I had a car show at Sharon, Pennsylvania today. That was fun. Took it a long way home and enjoyed a nice day. Then we got Monday. It's going to be nice, and then the rest of it's going to be kind of cold and rain off and on until Friday or Saturday. I think Friday. Well, then I'll turn it back to the net. KFHE. Oh, and you know my answer. KFHE.
All right, copy that, Brad. Get your answer down for 42. Yeah, the POTA event went pretty well, I think. Justin always does a good job when he organizes it. There were a good number of people showing up. I got there a little bit early and kind of hung out and chatted. I didn't really operate, just kind of went to stop and say hi. But yeah, there was a good number of people. I think a lot of fun. I'm not sure what the numbers were that we activated, or who activated versus who didn't, or whatever. And maybe Josh knows more about that because I left before it was over. I think I left at like 7. Yeah, good event. And thanks, Josh, for organizing that. Appreciate it. Next, we're going to talk to you, KC0LRM Kelly. How you doing, Kelly? And what do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
QKO. Hey, thanks for getting me in there. Not a lot, just sitting here watching the radar like everybody else. We're kind of quiet here. I hope it stays that way all night. It looks like it probably will. So hopefully Tulsa doesn't have anything down there. So to give my answers before I forget, I'm going to say Charlie and Delta. That's about all I got. My Spurs went out looking and come back and won a little bit. So I'll be watching some more basketball here the rest of the week. So that's about it. Starting a new job Tuesday, and I'll probably be in Wichita permanently now. So I'm still going to get to Tulsa Burger Burn every now and then, that's for sure. But with that, back to that control. Everybody have a good evening, 73.
All right. Well, thank you, Kelly. Thanks for checking in. Yeah, I saw a video of a tornado. It was in Oklahoma last week. So I saw it's like a short. It was pretty wild. I think it was outside the Air Force Base. But they filmed it. But yeah, these guys are watching things heading straight for them. I'm thinking, I don't know if I want to stand that close to watching a tornado. It did move away. Yeah. Anyway, it was a really interesting video, and we got your answer down for Charlie and Delta. Next, we have K3 NBC Mark. How you doing, Mark? And what do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
This is K3 NBC. Evening, Nick. Evening, everybody. Pretty good weekend. Had to work on Saturday and today, like I always do. But Saturday was an extra long day, along with this one. So just glad to be able to play a little radio here tonight. Trivia answers, and this is the first time in history that I have no earthly idea for either one, so it's just a guess on both. So it's Charlie and Bravo. Charlie and Bravo. 73 and back to net.
All right, thank you, sir. Got your answer down there for Charlie and Bravo, and thanks for checking in. It's good to hear you. Next two stations we have are in and out. That's KE8ZRY and K7VAN, which will take us down to KI5TAQ. Taco Tim from Bofang, Oklahoma. Tim, what do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
Well, let me get the trivia answers out of the way. I'm going to go with Charlie for the main question and Delta for the alternate question. Other than that, I'm just going to relax for a little bit and maybe think about a little R&R before getting ready to go off to the playground tomorrow. This is KI5TAQ.
All right, thank you, Tim. Good to hear you. And get some rest. We got your answers down there for Charlie and Delta. Next, we have KF8GHA. Andrew, how you doing, Andrew? And what do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
Well, I'm here just listening to this community. It's a lot of fun. I'm a new technician. I was at the POTA yesterday and also participated in a fox hunt with the Canton Club in the morning on Saturday. And I did the cardinal sin. I went the wrong way. The guys found the fox. They went 5 miles. I went 18 miles. But we had our bearings, and we were close. KF8GHA, clear.
All right, copy that, sir. I don't know if I caught your trivia answers. Did you have those?
Yes, KF8GHA. Yes, I'm going with Alpha and Bravo.
All right, thank you, sir. Yeah, Alpha and Bravo it is. Yeah, you got to watch out for that null. If you're not quite sure what direction, you got to kind of take one and move it and take another one. But yeah, that happens. It can always, you can easily go in the wrong direction. Next, after Andy there, we have KA8LYJ, Bob. How you doing, Bob? And what do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
KE8QKO. This is KA8LYJ. Good evening, Nick. Good evening, group. Boy, it was a busy weekend. Spent all morning yesterday morning taking drugs. Kiwanis Club was helping out with the community unneeded prescription medication take-back day. And then I went to a candidate event for the newspaper. It's an off-year election, but State House seats are up for grabs, so the candidates were talking there. I went to church this morning, and that was about it for me. I crashed and burned this afternoon. So tired I even canceled game night. But I got up around 6 and felt good enough to check into the net. Slurped a cold brew coffee and going to make another one here in a minute. For the trivia, I'm going to go Charlie Brown, KA8LYJ.
All right, thank you, Bob. Got your answer down there for Charlie and Bravo. But, yeah, good for them to collect those old medications. You know, I thought you used to be able to take those to a pharmacy, and I had a big old bag of them, and I went into the pharmacy when I had to do a pickup, and I was like, can you guys take these old prescriptions and get rid of them for me? And they said no, and I'm like, you're a pharmacy, how can you not do that? I guess they used to. It was at Acme, but they stopped doing it at some point. So, yeah, that kind of thing. So it's nice to see we'll still safely get rid of them. After Bob, we have KF8GHB Ryan, who's in and out, and that takes us down to K6KJV Rev Kev. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beaconette tonight?
Well, hello, Mr. Nick. This is K6KJV Kevin here in Valley Springs, California. And I'm doing just fine. Sounds like all y'all's doing pretty good, and some of you's doing really fine. I'm glad Bob took and kind of explained what he was doing there with them drugs at first. I was going to give him a call there, point him in the right direction, but never mind. He's doing a good job there, taking in all them old medications. That's right. Oh, let's see. Well, man. Trivia questions. You know, I've never had a Cornwall valve, but I bet it might be pretty good. I think I might be throwing one in the smoker on the barbecue here, next week or so. But with that, I'm going to say double D's, as always, Delta and Delta. So, God bless 73 and Maranatha. Back to you, Mr. Nick from K6KJV.
All right, thank you, Kevin. Got your answer down there for double D's, and yes, smoked Cornwall bean, huh? Oh, it might be worth trying someday. Thanks for checking in. I appreciate it. Next, we have KE8ZZR, Harry. How you doing, Harry? What do you have for the Beaconette tonight?
WAWKY, this is KE8ZZR. Good evening, Nick, and everybody else that's on the net. Good seeing you yesterday, Nick, and some of the other people that are out there at the photo event. It was a great time, despite the little damp weather we had, but that's Ohio for you, I guess. And trivia questions. Let me get that out of the way before I forget. I'm going to go with Bravo and Charlie. Bravo, Charlie. And that's about it. Went to a 75-year anniversary for our church this evening. Dinner. It was very nice, and now we're just sitting here relaxing. So this is KE8ZZR Clear.
All right, well, thank you, Harry. Got your answer down there for Bravo and Charlie. It was good to see you yesterday, and good to see, I think, the newest ham checking into the net today. Your better half there, KF8GGC, Mary Ann. How you doing, ma'am? It was nice to meet you yesterday, and how you doing tonight?
W8WKY.
Hello, Nick, and everybody else on the net tonight. This is KF8GGC, and I enjoyed yesterday doing the POTA with the group, and looking forward to field day in June. As far as the questions tonight, I'm going to go with Delta and Bravo. And that's about it.
All right, well, thank you, ma'am. Got your answer down there for Delta and Bravo, and again, welcome to the hobby. All right, I forgot to identify. This is KE8QKO on the WWKY repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. Next station we have is in and out. That's WV3K, and that's going to take us down to KI5 RFI Mac. How you doing, Mac? And what do you have for the Beaconette tonight?
KI5 RFI. Good evening, everybody on the Beacon Net tonight. Well, down here in Arkansas, we've been dodging thunderstorms, high winds, and tree pollen, and not necessarily in that order. But it's been pretty bad here the last few days, up and down, hot and cold. So that's normal weather for Arkansas, though. My trivia questions, I'm going to go with, let's see, Delta on the main one and Bravo on Alan's question. Back to net control.
All right, thank you, Mac. I think I heard you say Delta and Bravo, but perhaps my net controller will correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, hot and cold. It's that time of year. I think yesterday it was 43, and today and tomorrow it's supposed to be like 73. And today I think it was in the 60s. I didn't really spend much time outside. I just kind of did stuff around the house. Anyway, that's how it goes. After Mac, we have KF8GGM. Matt, how you doing, Matt? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
KE8QKO, this is KF8GGM. I'm doing pretty well. Kind of bummed I missed the POTA last night. Apparently during the day, my son was riding his bike. He was checking out a pretty girl who was walking by, wasn't paying attention, and crashed into a tree and knocked himself out, giving himself a mild concussion. So, spent the night at the hospital. That was fun. Hope all our friends in Oklahoma are doing well and unscathed from the naders that have gone through. And just enjoying a few beverages and hanging out, listening to everybody on the net. KF8GGM, back to net control.
Oh, gee, Matt, that doesn't sound like fun at all. I guess hopefully he learned a lesson about that. You gotta glance and look away. Yeah, I guess that goes with young guys. And I'm glad he's doing better. And yeah, I guess that's how it goes. Anyway, let's see. I didn't. Did I catch your trivia answers?
Negative, sir, you did not, because I forgot to give them. My answers for the trivia tonight are Bravo and Bravo, BB.
All right, thank you, sir. Answers got you down for Bravo and Bravo. After Matt, we have KE8QFT, Uncle Fred. How you doing, Fred? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight? Uh-oh, maybe Fred fell asleep. Let's call him again. Kilo Echo 8, Quebec, Foxtrot Tango, KE8QFT. Uncle Fred, are you out there? Do you have comments for the Beacon Net?
Oh, well, sorry about that. Grabbed the wrong microphone. Well, in any event, I went to church this morning, and the roof didn't fall in, because, it's not the first time I've been there. I've been there quite a bit lately. Bowling, and then the group went to gospel and country and bluegrass music, a little jam fest that this group of musicians puts on once a month at a church in Brunswick, Ohio. And that's quite a day for me. Not much more to add. KE8QFT, back to net.
All right, well, well, thank you, sir. Sounds like you had a pretty good day. Hey, did I catch your trivia answers, by the way?
Okay, trivia was Bravo and Charlie. I believe I'm the first one who picked them in that order. B, to be followed immediately by C. Back to net. Thank you, Eric.
All right, well, thank you, Fred. You're actually not the first one. Harry, K8ZZR, we grabbed that before you, but you can be the second one, and maybe the two of you can be right. So thanks for checking in there, Fred. I appreciate it. After Fred, you had AF5JB, who's in and out. And that's going to take us down to KC8FQV Mark. How you doing, Mark? What do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Hello, good evening, KCFQV. I hope we left it go long enough. Let me see, KCFQV. Anyway, I kept hearing beeps here and there. But I want to say bravo and bravo. With bravo for 1926 and B for the other one as well. Yeah, the day went good. We went down. We had to go look at a house for my brother's daughter. She was looking at a house. He was looking. So we went to Maslin and came back from Maslin to Green to watch the game. And then we came home. Actually, when I went down this time, we went down Route 8. I didn't know we were already coming to the bridge, you know, the one over the Mirror Valley that they have built, the new one. I didn't know we were getting to it, you know. I didn't know when they did the adjustments. I mean, I knew when they did them, but I think they did some adjustments to move it further, to move you over to it, to get you lined up with the new one earlier than what originally I think they did. But everything else went good today. Went down there and then came back home. Came through roundabout Capitol Green. Yep. So we're back home now. So I'll send it back to net. KC8FQV.
All right, thanks, Mark. Got your answer down there for Bravo and Bravo. This is KE8QKO on the WAWKY repeater 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. Next we had N5KBD, who is in and out. That's going to take us down to KF8DTA Jeff. How you doing, Jeff? What do you have for the Beacon Net tonight? Kilo Foxtrot 8 Delta Tango Alpha. Jeff, are you out there? Do you have comments for the Beacon Net?
W8WKY.
All right, well, perhaps Jeff went in and out, went to sleep. I don't know, but if he wants to recheck, we'll take the recheck later. After Jeff, we had K8HNK Elmer, who's in. We have it marked as in and out because we already talked to him. And that's going to take us down to KJ5MCV Ryan. How you doing, Ryan? What do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
This is Ryan, KJ5MCV. Happy to hear you, and happy to be here. All's well in the neighborhood. Weather's kind of got over being bipolar, pretty gray through the day, but, you know, much better than several days before. I heard someone talking about bluegrass earlier. I did play music for a long time, and until I quit playing music, I didn't really appreciate any music that didn't set your hair on fire, if you know what I mean. And really got into bluegrass, and thought I'd share Alison Krauss's Back on Tour with Union Station. If you know, you know. Anyways, we had a little garage band session last night, kind of plenty of adult beverages, and pick a song, let's play it kind of a situation. Loads of fun. Don't remember all of it, but it was fantastic. I do remember that. Headed to Austin tomorrow morning, Austin, Tejas, or Georgetown, I should say. Got a little site visit to do down there for a tower we're putting up. Put me down for Bravo and Delta, brother. And thanks again for doing what you do. I hope to chat with you again soon. KJ5MCV, back to you.
All right, sounds good, sir. I think you said Delta and Bravo. And have a fun drive down to Austin, or Bravo and Delta. Sorry about that. Have a fun drive down to Austin. Yeah, I've been to Austin once. I liked it when I was there, so seems like a decent little city. And then after Brian, we have KN4 EWT. Thomas, how you doing, Thomas? And what do you have for the BeaconNet tonight? Kilo, November 4, Echo Whiskey Tango. Thomas, are you out there? Do you have comments for the BeaconNet?
November 4, Echo Whiskey Tango. Yes, sir, I'm out here. I'm just getting fuel.
All right, copy that, sir. If you want to get back to us later, I'm happy to take a recheck, or if you want, I can call you later. I'm not sure. Anyway, this is K8QKO on the WWKY repeater 147 Mark 290, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. Ready for more check-ins. So if you want to check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. All right, I guess we got everybody so far. Let's talk to our net control team, see how they're doing, and then we'll do another round of check-ins. We'll start with K8, VZA. How you doing, Eric? What do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
KE8QKO in the net, KE8VZA here. Before I forget about trivia, I'll abstain on the main trivia, of course. And for Alan's alternate trivia, go with Alpha. Alpha. So, anyway, this weekend was jam-packed with all kinds of stuff. Getting stuff done here at the QTH and getting ready to put the house on the market. And I got summoned down to HQ in North Carolina for a costing workshop this week. We're going to blow up the cost for one of our product lines and rebuild it. So that's fun. So I had to scramble and get a few things ready for that trip. And I get to leave at the wonderful hour of the planes. The big bird should take off at 6 a.m. Eastern there. So do the math. I got to be at the airport before that. Anyway, everybody have a good week, and it's good to hear everybody. E8VZA, back to net control.
Oh, that does not sound fun, Eric. I'll tell you what, sometimes I see those early flights and I just think to myself, there's a set of there's seats underneath the escalator that come down by the baggage claim. And I'm tempted just to go up there early and just sleep in those seats. I don't have to get up at the crack of dawn and drive to the airport. But I think you have a better drive to the airport than I do. Because if I had a 6 a.m. flight, I think I'd have to leave here at like 4 o'clock in the morning. Oh, or no, I'll leave here at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Last time I did that, I stopped and got breakfast at Sheetz, and I was sitting at the drive-thru window waiting to pick up my food, and there was a bunch of food sitting on the counter that people had ordered, and some guy walked up, looked at all the bags, grabbed one, and walked away. And then when they came up to the window, I just gave them my name. They couldn't find my food. Turns out the guy that grabbed the bag grabbed my bag, and then they gave me somebody else's, and it was partially wrong, and I was like, oh, it was a pain. Yeah, especially early in the morning. That's not fun, sir. That's not fun at all. All right, next after Eric, KDDPC, Dustin is in and out. That's going to take us down to KD8 SLG, just Nick. How you doing, Nick? What do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
KE8QKO, KD8SLG. Good evening, Nick at Night, and all the Beacon netizens. Oh, let's do trivia. I'm going to go with whatever. Bob, K8LYJ. He always gets them right. Charlie Bravo tonight. I'm going to go with Charlie and Bravo. Thank you. It's great seeing you yesterday, Nick. That was a pretty good time. It was pretty chilly. We need to get some of these events to happen on nicer days. That's what I think. Creative people, we're still doing a field day t-shirt contest, so if you want to make a t-shirt and see if you can win a contest for field day, get on www.wky.org and check it out. That's all I know about tonight, Nick. It's good talking to you, man. And everyone, 73 all y'all, this is KD8SLG, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Nick. Hey, is there a limit to the color count for those T-shirts, or is it all single color?
Oh, one color, black on whatever color T-shirt is chosen, and no grayscale. There's a nice listing on the website of how it needs to work to fit on a t-shirt and get it going.
All right, copy that, sir. Got your answer down there for Charlie and Bravo. Appreciate it. Next, before I go next, looks like, actually before I go to this one too, this is K8QKO on the WWKY repeater 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. We're talking to our net control team. Looks like Dustin is not in and out, and Dustin is here. So we're going to go back up to here, and we're going to talk to him. KD8 EPC, Dustin, how you doing, sir? What do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
K8QKO and the Beacon Net. Well, good evening to you, Nick, and everybody out there. Before I forget, let me go with my trivias, and I'm going to go with double D's for my trivia answers. Otherwise, the wheel broke on my desk chair, so I've been standing here for like 10 minutes waiting to check in because I have to walk across the room now that my desk chair is broke. Not much else going on. Hanging in there, listening in, and having a good time. We'll have the Beacon Net schedule probably ready tomorrow there, so there you go. That's all I've got for you. 73, have a great rest of the net, and we'll catch you down the log. KD8 EPC, back to net control.
W8WKY.
All right, thank you, Dustin. Thank you very much, sir. And yeah, sorry about that. Usually, if you don't make it into the pre-show, I usually assume you turned into a pumpkin and fell asleep. So that's kind of why I went with the in and out. But good to hear you. Hey, if you're doing a Beacon Net schedule and put that out there, we need to schedule like an online meeting with the some of the new participants of the Beacon Net, and kind of get everybody to meet each other, talk to each other, and get things up to speed. So maybe think about that too. Yeah, thanks for checking in there, Dustin. Thanks for organizing the net. If everybody isn't aware, Dustin pretty much organizes everything for us and does all that sort of legwork and does a fabulous job. After Dustin, we're going to talk to you, W8HRF, Josh. How you doing, Josh? What do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
K8QKO, W8HRF. Hey, Nick. Good to hear you. Good to see you yesterday. I'm going to go with Alpha and Charlie for my answers, AC. And I got sawdust in my eye. Great. Oh, boy. Anyways, I'm out in the garage. I'm learning I need many more clamps. I'm trying to finish this drawer for my workbench, and I only have 4. I need more than that, apparently. There's a lot going on. I'm also trying to learn how to use a pocket hole, a pocket screw jig. Yeah, we're going to see how this goes. I'm getting tired, too, so I should probably just go inside before I screw this up, because everything's perfect right now. All the measurements are perfect. Everything fits together, so I don't need to screw this up. Anyways, hopefully I'll get this done. What else? It was good to see everybody yesterday. Let's see. Contact numbers. I don't know. Together, maybe. I don't know. Harry got 14. I got 30 for the first activation, and then like 12 for the second with Adam. Adam got 12 in a second, and then I think he had 10 or 11 for his first. Who else was out there activating? Lane was out there. He got 3 activations yesterday because he did a park in the morning, and then he did he did 2 others while he was out there with us. So yeah, I mean, it was a very busy activation. Good to see everybody. Yeah, it's too bad the weather couldn't have been like it was today, but roll of the dice, you know. It is what it is. July might be a nice time to do a POTA. See what happens. But anyways, looking forward to field day now. That's the next big thing, at least. Time and everything out here. So, anyways, I don't have too much else. Spent the whole day with Betty and Will, which was cool. It was kind of the first full day where I had the kids, like full 12-hour day. So I think it was pretty darn successful. I think Betty liked watching the Talladega race with me. So there you go. All right, we'll catch you all later. Have a good night. K8QKO, W8HRF.
All right, well, thank you, Josh. Thanks for organizing it. Yeah, weather is what it is, so can't really control it. Can't really predict it. It's Ohio, after all. And, yeah, good to hear you. Thanks for organizing it. Yep, summer field day coming up next. Coming up fast. Then next thing you know, it'll be winter field day again. Think about that. Anyway, thanks, Josh. We will talk. Oh, clamps. You know what? I'll tell you what. Every time I have a project, I don't care how many clamps I have. I don't care how many clamps I have that I can't find. I never have enough. I always need more clamps. Like every time you have a project, just buy a couple extra clamps when you buy your materials because you're going to need more than you think you do. That tends to be how I roll anymore. Anyway, thanks, Josh. Appreciate it. Lucy is in and out. Supposed to be getting sleep, but I think she's chatting in Discord. Like K8YUK, sleep well, Lucy. And that takes us down to KI5DAY. How you doing, Alan? What do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
All right, well, what do I have for the BeaconNet? Well, I have a lot of gibberish and nonsense in the blue screen, that's for sure. But it's been fun in there tonight, the other net, the blue screen net. What else is going on? I tried my very first ever tonight because I had no idea they had chicken. No offense, Larry. Anyways, they had hot, spicy chicken sandwiches at Freddy's. It's a burger place. Never tried one before. It was pretty tasty. I would say Wendy's is a little better, but hey, I had to try it. So that's what I did after I was at church tonight. My choir, we sing both services this morning. In the main service, got a uproarious applause. It was cool. They went really well, and we nailed our song twice in a row without screwing it up. Sometimes the songs are a bit challenging, but I'm enjoying singing tenor. As odd as it is, I've never done that in an organized choir till recently when they drug me into it. But I just wanted to strum a guitar, and I wound up singing tenor. You know, it happens. But I knew a family once, their daddy sang bass and their mama sang tenor, but that's a whole different story. Anyways, I have no idea. I'm just going to say C for the primary answer and shoot it back to you because I've lost my mind. KI5DAY, back to net.
All right, thank you, Alan. Got you down for C for the primary answer. Hey, I have a question for you before I can move on. The spicy chicken burger at Freddy's, or chicken sandwich at Freddy's. I've been to Freddy's. My wife doesn't really care for it, so we don't really get it ever. But I'm curious about their spicy chicken sandwich. Is that one of those spicy chicken sandwiches where the breading is spicy, or is this one of those spicy chicken sandwiches where they got lazy and just like put hot sauce on top of a regular chicken patty?
Sorry, I had a Node ID there, right into that. So yeah, it was actually hot chicken. They had some kind of sauce on it, but the sauce wasn't hot. It had pickles and sauce of sort, but the chicken itself was pretty warm. It wasn't terribly hot, though. I mean, it was definitely edible, and you could actually taste it. so it wasn't like, you didn't have a tongue when you got done eating it. It was still there, but it was decent. I would say Wendy's is better, but that's just my opinion. So there you be, KI5DAY.
Got it. Thank you, sir. Yeah, nothing bugs me more than going into some place and seeing a spicy chicken sandwich and ordering it and then realizing that's only spicy because they added some sort of chipotle mayo to it. And they're like, we added some hot sauce to the chicken to make it spicy, so it's a spicy chicken. I'm like, no, it's not a spicy chicken. It's a chicken with hot sauce. It's a bit of a difference. So, yeah, thanks, Alan. I appreciate it. And it looks like Lucy is still awake. So we're going to back up and talk to her. K8YUK, Miss Lucy. How you doing, ma'am? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
K8QKO, K8YUK. Thanks for picking me up. So my computer's possessed. By what, I'm not sure, but definitely gremlins live in my computer. And one of the problems is the timing of it. The clock cuts in and out. So while I was downstairs tying up some loose ends before I went to bed, I looked up and I saw it said it was already 11:15. And I was very surprised that time had flown so quickly, but I thought, it's probably good that I was in and out. I should go to bed. So I went out to the garage to tell Josh good night, and he went, what do you mean good night? I said, well, the net's almost over. I'm going to go to bed. And he went, what do you mean the net's almost over? And he looks at his watch and he goes, it's like 10:20. So here I am after all. Oh, man, I was going to say something about bluegrass. Somebody said something that I wanted to talk about, and now I can't grasp what it was. Trivia, I'll go Delta and Delta for the heck of it. Although Alan's question is a lot of fun. Man, somebody said something that really I wanted to chime in on, and I don't know what it was. It wasn't the poor kid giving himself a concussion, although I have done that. Don't recommend. I wasn't oogling anybody. I was falling out of a tree. But that's a whole other story. Man, I wanted to come in with a comment, and now I don't know what it was. Maybe it was music. Maybe it was bluegrass. Oh, it had to do with choir. Yes, okay, I remember. Let me drop. This is a great story, I think. K8YUK returning. So, bachelorette party all day today. It was very nice. We went to Mass this morning, and it was a church I was unfamiliar with, so I was not ready for when the guitar struck up in the choir loft. Usually when there's a choir loft, I'm expecting organ at best, piano at worst, so the guitars really threw me off. Also wasn't expecting was the cantor having a lovely voice, but struggling to carry a tune in a bucket, and it was rough. But we made it through the Mass. It was songs I was unfamiliar with, except for one, and we made it through. However, I don't know whose decision it was to sing all of the verses of all of the hymns, but that got a little old. So we are singing the third verse of this hymn. Sorry, we're singing the second verse, we end the second verse, and we wrap back it around to the third verse, and an old lady behind me went, oh my gosh, and I nearly burst out laughing. I wasn't expecting such a reaction because I think everybody felt it, but she was the only one who actually said it. In Mass, it was hilarious. So that was possibly the funniest part of today. And I gave you trivia already, so thanks again for picking me up. Thanks for running the net, guys, and we'll catch you down the log. K8YUK to K8QKO 73s, and God bless.
All right. Well, thank you, Lucy. Got your answer down there for Delta and Delta. Those are some pretty good stories. And I'll tell you what, though, you can still be oogling and fall off a tree. We learned that from watching Back to the Future. So worth noting there, Miss Lucy. Worth noting. Thanks for checking in. Thanks for letting Josh do all the organizing stuff he does. This is K8QKO on the WWKY repeater 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. My trivia answers are going to be Charlie and Bravo. See how it works out for me later on. And I've talked enough today, so I don't need to give any more stuff. We're doing the round of check-ins. So anyone who would like to check into the Beacon Net, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
KJ5 ATA network, KJ5 ATA.
Hudson Valley of New York. Back to net.
I'm going to take it right there. All right, I've got KJ5 ATA guy checking in, and then there was another station from Hudson Valley, New York. We did not catch your call sign at all. Can you come back again, please?
Roger that. This is Kilo Echo 2 Foxtrot Tango Golf KE2 FTG. Mike in New York, up in the Hudson Valley. Back to you.
Copy that. KE2 FTG Mike. Thanks for checking in there. Is there anyone else who would like to check into the BeaconNet? Please say your call sign now. All right, the carrier was held open there. I'm not sure if I was getting out, so I'm going to call again. Anyone else who would like to check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Kilo Bravo 1, Papa Zulu Sierra, KB1 PZS, Bob in Connecticut.
All right, I've got KB1 PZS. Anyone else want to check in, please call now.
Net Control, this is KE2 FTG. I came back in on your request, but after that I didn't hear you, so I'm just rechecking in case you missed me. Back to net.
Copy that, Mike. Yeah, I got you in there. Sorry, the carrier was held open after you gave me your message, and I confirmed it, but it was still held open. So nobody heard me, but we got you checked in there, sir. Anyone else want to check into the BeaconNet? Please call now. All right, nothing heard. Before we go talk to I can't talk. Before we go talk to our new stations, we're going to get our trivia answers read one more time. We're going to start with K8VZA. Eric, would you read the primary question?
KE8QKO in the net, KE8VZA here with main trivia. The first edition of the ARRL handbook was published when? Choices are Alpha, 1919, Bravo, 1926, Charlie, 1927, or Delta, 1930. I'll put these in the blue screen. KE8VZA, back to net control.
All right, thank you, sir. Let's go down to KI5DAY Alan to get the alternate trivia read. Alan, take it away.
Oh, must I read this? Okay, here we go. Which one of these prehistoric-looking animals will stand in murky swamps or marshes for hours waiting to catch their prey of other various aquatic animals, and they even decapitate fish often before eating them? Is it A, the American crocodile, B, the shoe-billed bird, C, the red fox, or D, the great horned Cornwall owl? KI5DAY, back to net.
All right, thank you, Alan. Let's go down to KJ5 ATA Guy and get his comments. Guy, take it away.
Yeah, hello, network, Nick and Nite, I think. Anyways, well, I gotta say, I really enjoy listening to this repeater and your club, and you guys really have a good thing going. I gotta tell you, it's really good. But anyways, I gotta say that my answers for the questions are Bravo and Bravo, B and B. So I'm gonna leave it at that. See what comes out in the end. Anyways, yeah, this is KJ5 ATA Guy from Georgetown, Texas, 73.
All right, thank you, sir. Got your answers down there for Bravo and Bravo. Next, we're going to talk to KF2 FTG. Mike, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
Good evening, everyone. 73s to all on the BeaconNet. I've been enjoying listening to you guys for some time now as well. I'm going to say also, following my friend just before me,
Bob, Alpha Bravo 7 Romeo.
So,
welcome to the West Valley Amateur Radio Club's evening call-in net. This is an open and directed.
Go ahead, Nick. Sorry.
Not a problem. Thanks, Nick. I think we might have lost Mike. KF2 FTG, Mike, are you out there? Can you still hear us? Looks like another net kicked up on, I'm guessing, Fireside, and we had to disconnect.
W8WKY.
Roger there, net control. KE2FTG still here. I did hear that. I wasn't sure what was going on there. And I was voting like my friend just before me, Bravo and Bravo. So back to you. And I've been enjoying things.
All right, sounds good, sir. Thanks for checking in. Yeah, sorry about that. It happens, I guess. People connect, and the nodes do what the nodes do. Next, we're going to talk, before I go down to Bob, this is K8QKO on the WWKY repeater 147 Mark Trano, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. And next, we're going to talk to KV1 PZS. Bob, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
Yeah, doing all right. Report, just getting ready for Monday morning, and yeah, we got some pretty good weather here. We had 70 degrees today, and low humidity, so it was a really good day, and not a cloud in the sky, so beautiful weather here in Connecticut. Back to net control.
All right, that sounds like a good day indeed there, Bob. Hey, did you want to answer our trivia questions?
I'm going to go with Charlie.
All right, sounds good, sir. Put you down for Charlie, and thanks for checking in. Appreciate it. Does anyone else want to check into the BeaconNet? Please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Kilo Echo 8 Golf Kilo Oscar Jody and Lafayette in and out tonight.
Mike 7 Tango Papa Victor M7 TPV Steve in Wales, UK.
All right, I've got K8GKO, Jody checking in and out, and I've got M7TBV checking in. Is there anyone else who would like to check in as a BeaconNet? Please call now.
Kilo Foxtrot 8, Foxtrot November Kilo. The name is Samuel.
All right, I've got KF8 FNK checking in. Is there anyone else who would like to check in? Please call now. All right, nothing heard there. We got a couple of stations we're going to talk to, but before we do that, we have a word from our sponsor. We're going to go back up to KD8SLG, Just Nick, and he has a comment about nodes. Take it away, Nick. Keep it long.
No, I'm only good for about a minute or so, Nick, but I'll do my best. K8QKO KD8SLG. Thanks, Nick. Yeah, everybody heard that the other node there that connected with another net jumped in there, and I just wanted to talk about nodes, and those of you connecting with them, and when you get one, things that you might want to do, some pro tips, if you will. I have all my nodes set up so that it disconnects from everything when I connect to the next thing. So I never drag, if you will, to use as a verb, where I've been with me to where I'm going. So just something I ask that everybody would do with their nodes. And if you don't know how to do that, just just make sure you're not connected to something when you connect to something else, because that's what happens. Other thing is if you just put them on schedules, that can happen because you just can't count on a net being over when you think it's going to be over or anything like that. And if you are scheduling nets, schedule them for a couple of minutes before it's supposed to start, or even longer beforehand. So if there is some traffic on it, it doesn't interfere with the exact start of the next net. And sometimes when everything tries to connect at the same time, they get a little janky, and don't let that happen either. One of the reasons we don't have the boredom breaker net on WWQI every afternoon is because someone sort of needs to manage it. If I just put it on the schedule, it really wouldn't work, and if it loops out or something, there's always somebody there, but what if it's us causing the loop out? And I'd like to keep that from happening. So anyway, there's my 2 cents on nodes tonight. Nick, I hope I gave you enough time for a break. Thanks, everybody. KD8SLG back to net control.
All right, thank you, Nick. Plenty of time. The dogs are barking to get in, so that was my opportunity to let them in instead of listening to them bark until the end of the net. So, yeah, thanks for the node info and the suggestions. We're going to go out and talk to our newcomers here. We got M7TPV, Stephen, I'm not sure. Want to come back and tell us how you're doing and answer our trivia?
M7TPV, this is Steve in Wales, UK. It's just after 4 a.m. in the morning. I'm working the night shift. Got a little bit of a lull for the next half an hour before it starts ramping up for the next day, for the start of the working day. The weather's been nice all week, really bright sunshine and warm. I luckily had a week off last week, ended up spending it in the garden removing brambles, not my choice. And first time on the net, actually. I've used coming in via EchoLink. I've used EchoLink before, but first time on net on EchoLink. Question for anybody: what was the name of the app that they mentioned for the slow scan? I'd like to have a look at that. Oh, and trivia. No idea about ARRL, so I'm going to go Delta Bravo.
All right, copy that, sir. Got down for Delta Bravo. I'm not sure about the app for slow scan. I'm sure we can. Oh wait, we did a club meeting about that. I forget the name of it though. I'm sure if somebody wants to recheck, we're happy to take their recheck to try to answer your question for you. Or if they throw it in the blue screen, I can also share it that way if I see it. But yeah, thanks for checking in there, Steve. I appreciate it, and I guess hoping you're almost done with your shift there, and enjoy your day. Sounds like you guys got some pretty good weather, which is good to hear. Next we have KF8FNK Samuel. How you doing, Samuel? And what do you have for the BeaconNet tonight? Kilo Foxtrot 8. Foxtrot November Kilo. Samuel are out there. Do you have comments for the BeaconNet? All right, nothing heard from Samuel. Perhaps he went in and out. We're back at the bottom of our list. So anyone who would like to check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. All right, nothing heard there. Let's go back up and let's get some trivia answers. Let's go up to K8VZA. Eric, give us the answer to the primary question, sir. Please.
W8WKY.
KE8QKO, KE8VZA here. Well, you said please. Anyway, okay, main trivia. The first edition of the ARRL handbook was published when? Choices are 1919 as Alpha, Bravo 1926, Charlie 1927, or Delta 1930. So, for everyone who guessed Charlie, you were wrong. It's 1926. So let me take a break for time and I'll read you a little bit of backstory I have here. KE8VZA returning. The ARRL Handbook for Radio Communications is the flagship annual reference book published by the American Radio Relay League, ARRL as we affectionately call it, a U.S.-based nonprofit organization founded in 1914 by Hiram Percy Maxim to promote amateur radio. Its first edition was released in 1926 under the title Radio Amateur's Handbook, and it was authored by F.E. Handy, call sign Whiskey 1 Bravo Delta India, and has since evolved into the definitive technical guide for amateur radio operators, also known as hams, radio engineers, and educators worldwide as well. Have it, a nice handy reference. No, I don't have one. I have an older antenna book from the ARRL, but not a handbook. So maybe someday. Anyway, KDZA, there you have it. Answer is Bravo, 1926.
All right. Well, thank you, Eric. I read my answers down earlier in the net, and when I heard the Mad Googler answer, I kind of knew that I got it wrong. But yeah, thanks for doing that. Yeah, I don't have either one of those books. I've been wanting to pick up the antenna book, but I just never really got around to it. So I'd buy it and then go on the bookshelf along with other books that I haven't read, and so that's kind of why I really didn't. Anyway, thanks for doing the trivia. That was a good one. Now let's go down to KI5 DAY. Alan, please read the read the alternate trivia. Alan, not please.
All right, then. Tonight's alternate trivia was, which one of these prehistoric-looking animals will stand in murky swamps or marshes for hours waiting to catch the prey of other various aquatic animals? And they even decapitate fish often before eating them. Well, all three of these animals, the American crocodile, the shoebill bird, and the red fox, do wait in swampy waters and marshes to eat all kinds of things, including fish. But the only one that bites their heads off first and snaps it off and decapitates it and all that good jazz is the shoebill bird, of course, with the answer that most everybody got. Thank you, Google. But anyways, no, it's this bird is strange. It's a really weird-looking bird. If you look at one on the internet, you've probably seen one on some kind of a safari show or something. But basically, there's only 3,000 to 4,000 of them known to be still alive. They were hunted quite a bit, sadly, so their population's dwindling a bit. But they're trying to protect them. They do like to go and thrive in swampy marshes and swamps and all that jazz. They're often referred to as dinosaur bird or wellhead. Let's see what else. And yeah, they are good at standing still for hours and not moving, and then something comes up and chomp and becomes dinner. So there you go. Quite the interesting bird. Check it out. The shoebill, KI5DAY. Back to Ned.
All right. Well, thank you, Alan. Yeah, that's the only one that made sense to me for the snapping the head off. I might have chosen a different one if you had used May in the original trivia question. But I'll tell you what, smoked shoebill, can't go wrong. That's a tasty, tasty treat. Anyway, thanks for the alternate trivia there, Alan. Appreciate it. Okay, got our trivia answers read. We'll do one more round of check-ins, see if any stragglers or anybody wants to recheck or anything. And, yeah, then we'll wrap it up. So if you would like to check in or recheck to the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
You want to put me, but I like to recheck KSFQV.
KD8SLG with a recheck.
All right, we've got two rechecks. We're going to start with KC8FQV. Mark, go ahead with your recheck, Mark.
All right, Nick at Nite. Yeah, I've seen that, and like Nick said, and I've thought about this. What they need to do is, like he says, to set up. I think maybe Allstar needs to just make it be a permanent installation that when you do, you know, 'cause I know there are some people that say, oh, just connect to my server and I'll take you through the day. Well, I think what they should do is, if you do that, have two servers. One server is listen only, because they can do that, because they did that on the W6EK repeater out in California, because they were using the repeater for communication, so they said it was going to go into listen-only mode for Allstar and EchoLink for like 24 hours or whatever that endurance rates they had. I think they should have, I think people should really practice. We're going to have two. One is listen-only, and one is you can't transmit and everything, but every time I move it to a new location, everything gets dumped. Like Nick says, dump it, you know, and that's what needs to be done. So let's send it back to net control. Yeah, there should be, like if Fireside, you know, he said, oh yeah, leave it there. I will take you through the day. If you want that, have two servers. One's a listen-only server, and one a transmit server. But every time I move that transmit server, it's dumping everything. So I'll send it back to net control, KSFQV.
Okay, Mark. Next we go down to KD8SLG with his recheck.
Thanks, Mark. K8QKO, KD8SLG, I just have to get in here and make my last funny for the evening. We were talking in the blue screen about BritBox and other streaming services, Paramount Plus, HBO Max Plus, whatever it's called now. And my prediction is that someday all streaming services will be combined into one streaming service that you will have to purchase, and it will be called Cable Plus. KD8SLG, back to net control. Mark my words, Nick.
Oh, Nick, you don't have to tell me twice. I'm well aware of how cable started and how that ended up. And yeah, maybe what they can do is, this might be a good idea, is they could charge you tiers for different streaming packages. You get different streaming services that you can then they can bundle sell them to you, so you can get like one that has a lot of really good stuff in it, and then like 5 other ones that you don't want that you have to actually pay for anyway, that are bundled with that first one, and then sell them to you in those sorts of packages. But the unfortunate thing is, we'll probably still have to set a separate password for each one, and that teaches us all a lesson to move. Since we moved away from cable to begin with, they'll just make it more difficult for us to use as a punishment. But yeah, that's how that goes. And I think I saw one of my little chats showing up here that we have another recheck from K8YUK. So we'll throw it back up to her. Miss Lucy, do you have a recheck for us?
Well, I didn't expect to be taken seriously, and I should have known better. I don't know. I am a big fan nowadays of collecting physical CDs and physical DVDs, but I forgot that they get scratched, and that is a big bummer. That's my 2 cents. K-A-Y-U-K to K-A-Q-K-O.
W8WKY.
That they do, Lucy. That they do. You know what, though? If they get too scratched to be useful anymore, they make great coasters. Like back in the day when AOL would send you like AOL CD in them, or it installed like CD in the mail. And I used to save all of those AOL CDs and use them as coasters. So they were free coasters. Anyway, thanks for that. And yeah, that puts us back down at the bottom of our list here. So we're gonna wrap this thing up. On behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself, K8VZA, KF5DAY, K8SLG, W8HRF, K8YUK, K8EPC, and Larry the Rubber Chicken. This list is getting long, and I have to curb it a little bit if it gets any longer. I would like to thank each and every one of you for checking in with us this evening. Come and join us on the next edition of the Beacon Net, Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on the WAWKY repeater, Allstar Node 48496 at EchoLink W8WKY-R. You are welcome to join us on the Barometer Net, also on the WAWKY repeater, every morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Time, except for Sundays. Don't forget to check out our friends on the Boredom Breaker Net, every day at noon Central Time on Allstar Node 49562 and EchoLink N5XQK-R. You've been listening to the Beacon Net. This is K8QKO, returning the repeater to normal and customary amateur radio use at this time. 73 all, and have a wonderful Begakin Sunday.
KD8SLG, this is KA8LYJ. You still out there, Nick?
I am, Bob. I am. What's up?
Well, I know you were just joking, and it should have been pretty funny if it wasn't real. I was listening to the rock station the other day, pulled in the driveway, and Spectrum came on with an ad advertising bundled streaming services just like you described, coming from Spectrum, the old cable company. Hi. KA8LYJ.
It wouldn't be funny if it almost weren't true. It's getting there. It's just the cycle. Kind of is. It's just funny, Disney Plus, whenever, most recently, decided they were going to start charging me $21.99 a month, which is ridiculous for, the Marvel collection that I've seen a million times and the Star Wars multiverse cetera, et cetera. So I said, no, canceled. And, they came back and threw in whatever the other one is, Hulu. And I think I have ESPN, too, for $5.29 a month. So that's probably about what it's worth.
Yeah, I had Hulu and stayed away from Disney as long as I thought I could. And then Doctor Who moved there, so I went ahead and got Disney. And holy crap, that season sucked. So never got around to unsubscribing from it. I figure I'll hang in there and watch the Marvel movies. And I do like most of the Star Wars shows. Oh man. What was that one? Andor. That was amazing. This is K88LYJ.
Andor really was cool. It was sort of the connection between, leading up to Rogue One, which, was the movie that explained everything 30 years later, 40 years later. I really want to say what the end of first season of Andor explained, but I would be spoiling it for someone out there, I'm sure. All right, man, I am, that beckons, so I'm going to make this it tonight. Good talking to you, Bob. K8LYJ, KD8SLG. I'll be clear on yours, man.
73, Nick. Have a good night. Yeah, I just wanted to let you know that your joke was actually real, and the Spectrum's actually advertising that service. This is KA8LYJ, and if K5DAY is still out there, if you've got Prime, you can latch on to BritBox right from there. This is KA8LYJ, and I'll be clear.
Yeah, okay, so I just make a comment there. Yeah, the movie channels, many of them cable channels, they're owned by the cable company. So, yeah, when the streaming companies come along, they want to do that. They're, I think, sort of told, this is what you're going to charge, because they don't want to cut their throat. Yeah, it's a vicious circle out there, KSFQV.
KE8UFD here. Let me put my 2 cents in. I paid to watch the Guardians and the Cavaliers. A lot of times I'd go to watch either of them two teams. Especially the Guardians now. FanDuel is no longer FanDuel. They're flat out going out of business now since the regular basketball season ended. But, I pay to watch them. I go to turn the game on, and it tells me, no, you got to go to another pay platform. Well, I'm already paying to see him, man. I can't. I got to go somewhere else and watch. I'm not going to pay no more. I'll listen to them on the radio. And I think pretty soon you're not going to listen to them on the radio. They're going to force you. If you want to follow your teams, you're going to pay. You're going to watch it on TV, and you're going to pay for it. There ain't going to be no free broadcasts on the radio. And with my Guardians, half the times I want to see a game, I can't, even though I paid for the whole season. They put it somewhere else. Oh, that's my rant for today. KE8QFT. Clear.
Well, you know what, Brett, KSFQ, no one has learned yet, because they sold that game out, the opening game, and they keep doing it, and they'll keep raising the prices until the people finally decide enough is enough, and they don't show up to that stadium, and people don't show up to that stadium, and it don't fill up, and they don't have nothing there. There they have all them hot dogs, all the buns, all the pop. They don't got no fans. Well, yeah, that was going to happen. But until that day comes, remember back in the day when the grocery stores had that price fixing in Cleveland, back, 30 years ago it was, or whatever? Now we got a lot of stores. We can find where we want to go and get our prices. You do your shopping right, you can get good food and good prices. So, hey, KCFQV.
Uncle Fred, KEAQFT, KD8SLG. Well, I discovered that with Penn State last year when I tried to watch games. The first 3 games, I had to, sign up for different services to watch a game. And, yeah, I got tired of that really fast. Understood, man. KD8SLG.
By the way, Nick, I had posted earlier in a blue screen, Drew Eller from Medina went to the Steelers and with their 76th pick in the 3rd round of the NFL draft. So, if they let him play, I'm going to be watching the Steelers a lot. KEAQFT. That's about it for me for tonight. Thanks for listening to my rant. And we now return to regular programming. KEQFT, we are clear.
W8WKY.
It's a shame about that kid's knee.
Remember that one store?
Hope it all works out.
That shopper, the educated shopper, that kept reducing the prices on coats and that every Thursday or whatever. I can't recall what store it was, but yeah, we have to get that way. So KCFQV, all have a good night. I'm trying to think what that store was, but they kept reducing the prices. So you'd see how far down we go before it would be gone. KCFQV, we'll catch you all in the morning. I'm going to be there for the Barometer Net and the gym pre-show.
the ATG mobile.
How you doing? UKZ. This is Alan Falls.
Morning, Alan. Pretty good. Just left the house. Pretty chilly this morning. Just no frost or anything. Just not. 44 is what I'm showing on the car. I shouldn't even complain.
Jack Sack, good morning.
In Carter Falls town, I noticed that the dew point was really low. It's down, it's real low. And I think it's going to be a real dry day, too, also, which I kind of like. I am really tired of rain.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Go ahead, Tom.
Morning, Alan. Good morning, Tim. How's it going?
Going good, Tom. Digging that radio. A lot of fun.
Yeah, quite a radio. Yeah, what is it, 43 out, something like that?
What'd you get, Alan?
991A. Yesu. I had it wrong, I don't know, a few weeks ago. I was talking to you on the radio, and I was down there on the down there. I told you, I think I said I had a 119. And no, it's a 991. So you're probably familiar with that if you don't have one already.
Yeah, I got one. Last summer I got it. They're getting popular. They're making a comeback or something. The raffle for the Lions Club, they're raffling off one. They gave away one Saturday for the big door prize for the Tusco Ham Fest. John's got one. That's the only thing I don't like about it is it's my first radio with 2 antenna ports, and this isn't a knock on the radio. I just constantly I want to go all over the place, and I got to keep 2 antennas hooked up to it.
Well, I think that's part of the reason why I got it. I think there's a ICOM that's comparable to it. I see it on the web a bit. They're always comparing the two, and I think they're both good radios. But that was one reason, is the 2 antenna ports and the 100 watts. I think that was the main reason. And I kind of wanted to play with wires X a little bit. It's not a big importance, but I wanted to just put my toe in it and see what it's like. And I did, and it's kind of cool.
So tell me about your Wires X experience. Did you turn it into a BDN, or did you go into one of the C4 FM repeaters?
Yeah, the thing I never understood about the Yaesu is they advertise Fusion, and they advertise Wires X, and I always thought they were the same thing. Well, they're not. Like that 440 that Sarah has, it has Fusion, but it does not have Wires X. I actually found Wires X on I think it's the North Coast amateur radio, and they link up with the Brooksville or North Royalton repeater, and that's where I get on, and you just put the codes in, and bingo. It's C4 FM, and it's fusion. That's both the same thing, I think. But then the repeater itself has to have wires X, and I'm able to hit that repeater up there, and I can go anywhere I want with it. It's clear as a bell. It's neat. It's kind of like Allstar, but I think it's a little more polished. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, that's cool. I've not messed with the wires X stuff at all. I just do C4 FM into some repeaters. Well, I have messed with it a little bit, I guess. It's just been a little while, and I didn't do it on that radio. Yeah, I want to do some C4 FM on 10 meters one of these days when I'm sitting around. Do you ever do any of that kind of stuff, Tom, on yours, KZ8TG Mobile?
No, when I had to use one, actually, when I had to use one, I did a little C4 FM, but that was all. Actually, I sold my 991A to Alan. Yeah, I was hoping to keep it, but things got where I had to get some money, so I sold to Alan, so he's got mine.
That's cool. Good stuff. Yeah, I finally ended up with one. I like the little shack in the box. I like taking it out to the camper so I can do all the stuff. I just got to remember, I've transmitted once already with no antenna hooked up just because I keep switching the antenna back and forth.
Well, I haven't gotten my antenna. I have a Comet 333. My son's coming over and helped me get it up there on the roof, but for now, I'm using a magnetic mount with a diamond antenna on it on a cookie sheet in my living room, and I'm surprised. You know, I can hit Brecksville from my house, the Brecksville repeater, Medina. I'm just totally amazed how far out it'll get, and right now I'm talking on, I have a Yaesu 1900, which I really like, but that 991 is something else, and I just can't get over that. You know, I set the thing on a cookie sheet in the middle of the living room, and it works great.
I've talked to a bunch of people that have had great results doing that, and I just had never really tried it. Where my shack's in the basement, so if it still would be below ground if I put it in put it on a cookie sheet. But yeah, that's great.
Just try it sometime. I'm wondering how it would work with an HT. Maybe I'll give that a try. I made that Yagi over the weekend, the one that's for fox hunting, the tape measure one. And I'm going to try picking up a satellite today if one's flying over and see how well that works. That was my weekend project.
That sounds fun. I've seen the ARL has a new book out on working satellites and stuff. I was trying to do that a couple years ago, and then I just kind of set it aside. Well, good luck.
Well, you know, I'm new to ham radio, and there's so many. I never realized there's so many different facets of it. You know, so many different things that you can do with ham radio. It's never ending with me, and like everything else, I like to try everything. So I'll try this, just fiddle around. I'm curious is really what it is. But I really want to get on HF. I'm going to get up there and take my test for general so I can do it. So I got to jump off here momentarily. I got to get from the car to the house. So KE8 UKZ, and I'll be listening, and I'll be back. 7-3.
All right, Alan, 7-3.
Good morning, N811.
Morning, John. Catch you later on the check sex.
Morning, John. Go ahead.
Oh, man. I'm running late. Just pulling out of the driveway. I had my alarm set. It's about an hour later. And I would have already woke up, but I worked 15 and a half hours yesterday and got a burglar alarm call at 3 o'clock in the morning and went and answered that. So I'm not even thinking straight. That ain't why I'm why.
Oh, that sucks. Hopefully no burglars. Hopefully you get paid, you get like on-call time or something.
Yeah, you get called to go in. No, I think I met the Canton police there. I think we kind of think it was a mouse running along some duct work. I'm not real sure, but I always kind of cringe when I get that call, because that area there is a very accessible area from a lot of different directions, so you never know what's going on.
Well, I'm glad it wasn't anything. Yeah, I never thought about that, but a big probably have that. Well, it probably would seem like a lot to me. Hopefully you don't have too much of that.
No, those kind of calls are really. When I worked at the school, we used to have glass. They got glass break protectors in the building because there were so many windows. You know, it's too hard to have each window wired, so they would put these glass breaks in the ceiling, and if you clapped really loud, you could set one off. So they were pretty. I don't know what word I'm looking for, but anyhow, I think trucks going down the road, the vibration, would do it. And I used to get those calls all the time, man. Drive me nuts. But yeah, down there, there's really hardly anything going. We got to make it easy on the burglar system. They have motion sensors. So, the thing is, though, when you get a motion sensor, you really figure on getting a door fairly quick afterwards, because if they're in the building, they're going to get out the building. And if they broke a window, they're going to probably use a door to get out.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I'm not. My work has that too. I don't live close enough that I don't get called, but we have those glass break things, and it always cracks me up. They have a little handheld device that makes a sound. It sounds like glass breaking, and that's one of the ways they use to test it. Is they walk around the office, and it sounds like World War III in there, glass getting broken. And they have to make sure that all the sensors work. It's crazy.
Yeah, I worked in a building one time where I think some mice had gotten in there and ate some wires or something, and they started shorting out. So that was kind of the same situation where, they were going off and they shouldn't be. But, yeah, I literally had just gotten to bed, slept a couple hours, and got the phone call, woke me up, and then I just got home and just laid down, and then my alarm's going off, and I look over, and I'm like, oh, shit, it's the wrong time. So I was like, okay.
You sound like one of those people that sets a backup alarm. I don't normally do that. I just set one alarm. Although I do sometimes hit snooze, like I did this morning. Hit snooze 2, 3, 4 times. But can't hit snooze too many times, otherwise you might as well just call off. You're going to be late. KZ8TG.
8YMY, yeah, I'll get there in time to clock in, because I'm always a half an hour early anyhow, so that's okay. But no, I normally I would get up. I automatically get up almost always, but being that I hadn't had much sleep, my body was probably saying, okay, we're gonna fall asleep here and stay asleep for a little bit, but whatever. It's Monday. That's how it goes on a Monday, and I got a guy that's right up my butt following me here like an idiot. All right, hold on for a minute. I gotta find my button. Yeah, I get these people. I don't know what they're in such a big hurry on my old road. It's I live there, so of course I don't I'm not flying through there. But my road is a cutaway road for the bigger highway, and people, of course, I guess in the morning they're late to work, so they're wanting to move, and I was going about 5 miles over the speed limit, and he was right on me.
You got one of those people cut through. Yeah, that stinks. I think the GPS, now that people are using GPS so much in their car for navigation, that there's new roads that people didn't used to cut through that now they'll cut through. But yeah, my road's a cut through road. People that live out in the country that are coming in the morning to work, they'll cut down my road and they'll go flying. You never go fast enough. 5 miles over isn't even. I don't know how fast they think they're going to go, but like dangerously fast, I guess.
Well, the one thing they don't know that I know is there's a lot of deer. And one of these days, one of these guys is going to go flying through there, and he's going to get whacked real good. I've hit 3 deer going the speed limit looking for them. So, yeah, eventually it'll do it. They'll wake up.
KE8, UKZ, I'm back.
Well, get off your back and stand up, Alan.
You're talking about hitting deer. You come on over here to Cuyahoga Valley. We have plenty of deer you can hit. I think my wife has hit one 2 times, and you remember years ago they used to have those little, I don't know, whistle things that you put on your front bumper, and it was supposed to make a noise that we can't hear and keep the deer away. I don't think those work too good, because I bought 2 of them, and the wife still hit deer. So there you go.
don't think those little whistles work. I remember those. Everybody used to put them on the front bumpers. Go ahead, Tim. 811.
I remember those things. I never did that. I think my mother-in-law did that, and they probably stared at you trying to figure out what in the heck's making that noise, just like during the headlights. Now you got like double the same effect. Yeah, my road is straight, and so in the morning, and I have a lot of deer on my road too. I have a neighbor not too far down on the other side that feeds them, and they'll come running through there. But my road is straight, so when it's dark, sometimes I pull out to the end of the driveway and before I pull out into the road, if there's somebody coming, if the headlights look like they're moving pretty fast, usually I'll just wait. I'll just give it a few seconds and let them zing by me and see if they hit any deer.
Good, Alan. I'm just listening.
I think you guys were talking about some security systems that go off. They'll be set off with vibration. I have security cameras around my house, and they have AI. They're supposed to recognize whether it's human, dog, cat, cars, whatever, and you can set it to what you want it to, not see. And it works really good 99% of the time. But I've noticed if I park my car, it doesn't matter where I park it. A lot of times the camera will pick up that car and keep just every 5 minutes tell me it sees something. It could be someone coming up by steps or just random stuff. I never figured that out. I thought maybe it could be something reflecting off of the car. That's all I could come up with. I was just wondering if you guys have any ideas on that.
Well, I have a couple different cameras, and they have the AI. Like, I don't know if it's the same ones or similar, but they're not right very often. They'll say, they tried to get too fancy and say, there's a person or there's a person carrying a white bag, but some of them are just, they're so funny. Like, it'll see a dog and it'll think it's a bear, or it says stuff that's so outlandish that just make us all laugh. I don't need all of that. I just need to know that something's out there. I'd rather it be nothing. I'd rather it not give me some wild description than be wrong. I'd rather it not be wrong. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I guess I'm still asleep too, John.
There's something living inside my front porch camera between the chip and the lens. And it occasionally walks past the chip, and it knows it's not a person, but it doesn't know what it is. So I've been getting constant alerts in the last week or two. I think I'm going to have to take the camera in and either put it in the freezer for an hour to get rid of whatever, kill whatever's in there, or take the thing apart.
Well, good morning, John. Yeah, I haven't heard of that problem yet, but I guess it doesn't surprise me. The bugs will get into anything. Who knows what it is? Actually, was having some fun with my camera. I took it down, one of my cameras, I took it down off the wall and put it in the chicken coop yesterday. My wife has chickens, and I thought it'd be fun to, some of the videos, because it just makes short clips I thought it would be something I could send her. She'd have like a short little movie clip of some of her chickens. It sounded like a good idea, but it didn't work out that way. They just were constantly moving, and they almost killed my battery in just a short amount of time. What the heck? Somebody take it, KZ8G Mobile.
Well, I won't take it, but I'll take the opportunity to ID because I forgot to. W8TD. And YMY said he's not being real active right now. So back to Alan, UKZ, W8TD.
Okay, John, KE8UKZ. I have UFI cams, and it has its own hard drive, and it's recording all the time, and it just alerts you when you get, something triggers it. And I think it's pretty good. I don't have batteries. It's hardwired in. I haven't stuck around the house. And I think it works pretty good, except for that one problem, and it's always my van that trips it. And it's almost like if I move the van, the problem goes away. And I have it so it's not supposed to see cars, and that works real good. I live on pretty heavy traffic road here, Portage Trail, and I mean there's thousands of cars that go by here every day, and it doesn't trip for those, and that's in its field of view. I blocked it out. Works great, but I've never figured out why it sees my van and says something. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's strange. I don't know. It's almost like it forgot it's there, and then it was like, oh my gosh, there's a car there. KZ8TG.
Well, I did have Blink ones from Amazon, and I'll tell you what, Amazon is making a ton of money on batteries because they tell you those batteries are low before they're really low. You can put your meter on it, or take your battery out and put it back in, and it thinks it's got a new one.
Yeah, I have a couple of Blinks. One of them uses batteries, and I have a ring and there's a couple other oddball things that cheapies that my wife bought for her chickens, different like outside ones. Anyway, the Blink ones, they want you to use these expensive Energizer lithium batteries, and I've just had really bad luck with those and really good luck with just normal AA batteries, and saved a ton of money. So I don't know what's up with that. I mean, I get that that's what it's supposed to work. You know, lithium's supposed to do better in like the cold weather, but that's just not the experience I had.
AB8AB.
Morning, Joe.
Hey, Tim and whoever else is out there, what's the problem with your lithium batteries, Tim?
So those Energizer lithium that the Blink cameras, outdoor or the battery-powered cameras want you to use, I just don't have. That's what they suggest, and even in the paperwork and stuff. But I don't have good luck with them. I just don't think they don't last. That's just my experience. They don't last as long as regular batteries, and I forget, it's like $11 or $12 for like a 4-pack. It's just crazy. Alan's out there, and John, TD John, and YMY's in the weeds somewhere, and probably Tom's in the weeds too. Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, I only have one set of batteries. It's lithium, and that came with a power bank that I bought about a year ago. But I haven't had any problems with it. But the batteries don't hold a charge then, Tim?
No, they're not rechargeable. They're just throwaway batteries, and they're expensive, and they don't work very good.
Yeah, they advertise them as that 10-year battery, and they're silver. I just quit using Blink altogether, and that's why I went to Eufy, and I don't have problems anymore.
Owner of the Tempest, and we were talking about batteries. And see, when you go to buy batteries, don't compare price, compare weight. If it weighs more with the same amount of batteries, those batteries are going to last a little longer. They got more of a charge in them.
Wow, that's interesting. Hey, how do you spell that, Alan? You said Eufy?
Yeah, Eufy. Echo Uniform Foxtrot India. Again, it's Echo Uniform Foxtrot Echo.
Oh, cool, thanks. I'll check those out. Good, Joe.
I can't recommend batteries. Radio Shack used to sell 3 colored of batteries, a red, a green, and some other. But I think the red one was the least expensive. The next one up would last for like 30 hours in my metal detector. I guess it just depends on the production. And if they have the same voltage, can you use them in the device, or the newer ones or the alkaline don't fit?
KE8UKZ. I use those cheapos at the D batteries at Harbor Freight. I have these little vibrating things in the bird baths that make the water ripple, and they take 2 D batteries. I put them in there, and they work great. And they're cheap from Harbor Freight.
Yeah, Joe, those lithium ones are supposed to be the same voltage as a regular AA battery. But anyway, I mostly use rechargeable batteries. I'm going to be on the side here. I'm heading down into my bad spot. So, 73, I'll catch you guys probably tomorrow. KZ8TG Mobile.
Tim, have a good day. 73, AB8AV.
I think I have to jump off here for a little while anyway. KE8UKZ, good talking to you guys. I'll probably talk to you in the morning. 73s, KE8UKZ.
Good morning, Tim, Joe, and Alan, AAHCT.
Morning, Craig. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing just fine, except it's 42 degrees down here. That's just wrong.
By 24 degrees, and this might seem a bit balmy to you.
Exactly. It could be worse.
Looks like it's just you and me. What do you got exciting going on today?
Well, I tell you, I've got to combine my grass. I can't mow it anymore because it might as well just bale it as long as it's gotten. so wet I can't get the mower out in it, and yeah, it's been nothing but good. And spring in Ohio, come on, and would love to at least get it to where it's not. And then, of course, along with the long grass, I have those little yellow flowers that turn into little white balls that cause seeds to flow everywhere. Yeah, all good. It's all good. And I'm just glad that it's not snowing out. AA8, CT.
So am I.
Those little white balls love air conditioning coils.
I got a problem in the spring. It has a little white flower on it, and then it metamorphosizes and blossoms into something that looks like seaweed you use in an aquarium, and it's really invasive with a sticky seed. So I've been trying to fight those. If I can get it before they go to that stage, I'm lucky. Well, Craig, I'm where I got to be. My partner's here. I got to go work on Body Beautiful. You have a good day. Baby 888.
You take care, Joe, and have a great workout. Good morning, John. How are you doing?
Well, you probably didn't hear me earlier. I'm running on little sleep, so I'm doing okay for a Monday. It ain't why am I?
Yeah, you had multiple games over the weekend, is that correct? And didn't get home until late, and then probably had to play radio a little bit.
Well, kind of the opposite. Yeah, I worked all day yesterday and all night, but I woke up to an alarm call at 3 o'clock in the morning and had to run in and meet the patrol, and yeah, so not a lot of sleep last night.
Yeah, I've had that happen too. When I had the store, get an alarm call, and it was usually that way early in the morning, and yeah, it kind of throws the sleep cycle off a lot. So, but it is Monday morning, and it looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. Looking to the east, I got the fog layer down in the valley, and when the sun comes up and lights that up, it's always gorgeous. So that's a good thing, and I don't know. It will be what it will be, and like I said, if I don't get my grass mowed pretty soon, it's going to be a real chore. But it is so muddy. I had an Amish crew put a roof on my shed, and just walking back and forth, you should see the mud, the grass. I mean, where we tracked back and forth is just, basically all mud because it was a low spot. And oh well, hey. It could be worse. This could be snow that we're talking about and not rain, and it could be something, we can't go out and mow, and it's just a matter of as soon as it dries out, I got to be on the mower. And that's about what normally, it's going to probably double what it normally takes to mow because, one, there's going to be spots I can't do, and two, because I got to go slower because it's so frickin' thick. AA8, CT.
Yeah, I was going to ask you yesterday, and I got caught up in something else, but how big was that roof they put on for you?
It's just a little shed. It's one of those ones they drop off, and I put a metal roof on it and had the doors where you go into it were rotted from age, and so they built me new doors and did a nice job. Now I got to paint the thing and make it look, really pretty because I'm sitting here looking at raw wood doors, and but the roof looks great. It's probably, 8 by 12, 8 by 14, give or take. Not real big. Like I said, it's one of those ones they bring in on a trailer and slide off. And we had that before we had the big barn where the camper is. So keep it for littler things, and yeah. I'm pleased with the work. Now I just got to finish the work by painting the thing. I'm priming it first, a couple coats, and then painting it, and that'll be done. But then there'll be 4,000 other things to do, as always seems to be the case. AA8CT.
Well, there's always something to do, that's for sure. Yeah, I just watched these Amish guys up the road from me replace a metal roof on an old barn. It was a 2-day job. They did a nice job. I'm thinking about putting metal on my garage, and I really wanted to try to get a hold of them. The second day, they left a little earlier than me getting off of work, and I didn't get a chance to swing by. I was going to have them drive, whoever drives them, bring them down past my house and give me an estimate. My main garage is 32 by 40, and then I've got a lean-to addition on that that's 15 by 40. So it's like what is that? 45 or 47 by 50, something, I don't know, whatever. A lot of metal.
Yeah, now the big barn is all the building's all metal, and the siding's metal, and and it's going to be curious as I start gradually getting antennas put up if that's going to have any effect on the on anything. But no, and they do it. I mean, this is 3 young boys. I know the family, and they do this. That's their job. But the 3 of them, they did it in about. Let's see, we finished up, I'm going to say they did it in about 5 hours. And then that's building doors and putting them together and getting them hung. So very pleased with what they did. And they worked really hard at it. So all good, all good.
Now, did you have to... I take it you had all the material already on the site, and you just went and picked them up. I mean, did you bring them with a trailer full of tools, or how'd they do that?
We picked them up at their house. They live about 7.5, 8 miles away from me, and the back of my Yukon was the toolbox, the stuff that we needed, which included some folding sawhorses and all of their tools. And all of the stuff was delivered here before they got here. So it worked out real good. Of course, it rained all Friday night into Saturday, and so everything was super saturated down here, or in my case from you up here. But all in all, it went really, really well. And I was pleased, and it's done. Now all I got to do is finish it, and we'll be just rocking and rolling. And then it'll be a good thing, I think. AA8 CT.
Comment?
Yeah, I heard you there, Jim.
Comment. I believe that was Jim.
Yeah, this is me. I heard you talking about roofing and the Amish crew. I just got my roof put on, and it was a total Amish crew. No mariachi bands or nothing, and they come in, they worked like crazy, and then they took off. But if you want a Amish crew, now if you want to go through a contractor, with an Amish crew, get a hold of Tony Newman. But if you want to contact just an Amish family, you might be able to ask him if he can put you in contact with an Amish crew. But he's a contractor. He's a roofer. This is his 3rd roof he's put on my house in 67 years. I started when he started, and I'll probably this will be my last roof. So Tony Newman, if you want to get an estimate from an Amish crew, WB8 VMW.
Oh, good morning,
my
Jim.
shingle
Morning,
roof on my house.
Craig. Morning, all.
Installed by an Amish crew that a buddy of mine's buddy. I went through him, so of course he probably made his cut off the deal. still the price was really cheaper than I thought it was going to be, so I wasn't really concerned who made what money. But I believe that he probably made a good cut off of it, just for being a finder's fee. I should have got the guy's name that actually did it, but I didn't. I was at work for the majority of the time. I only ran home just for 1 minute so they could show me something, and I left again. But they took pictures, so I do have some pictures. That was kind of nice. But yeah, no, those guys know what they're doing. Most of them, their work ethic's definitely, let's get the job done and get out of here.
Morning, Jim. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning, Tom.
Good morning, all. KSFQV.
Okay, time for my dull needle and cold coffee. Go ahead. I'll be listening.
Sounds good. Should be a good day. I talk to you again. Should be a good day on the porch. Anyhow. Trying to think. Oh well. Carry on. You got things opened up down there, John?
Yeah, I had to find my phone. Yeah, I'm just trying to get my bearings directed here. Another crisp morning.
Yeah. Yeah, today's been a long day. Usually get one a week. So, you got anything going on this afternoon where you have to stay?
Yeah, I'm going to be doing a little bit of pressure washing here once the sun comes up. I got to go around and clean up a little bit from the weekend there. We had a pretty good crowd here Saturday and Sunday. Played a lot of games.
There you go. Yeah. Tis the weekends for those going on. About every weekend for a while. Yeah, probably till, towards the end of May.
Now the youth tournaments, they do a fall tournament schedule too. They'll run them things into October, believe it or not.
Sounds like Craig's going to be doing a lot of mowing today.
Would love to do a lot of mowing today, but Craig has to take his wife to personal training this afternoon, which takes a huge chunk out of the day. And yeah, I might be able to mow some this afternoon and into the evening, but yeah, it's not looking good. I'm behind and it's growing fast, so that slows down the process dramatically.
And I hate seeing big clumps of, big rows of grass and just, not a fan, not a fan. But you know what? It's the way it is, and I'm grateful that, one, I live where I live, and two, that I can do what when I get the opportunity, I can get out there and mow on it. But when it's like, seeing how much you can mud, that doesn't inspire me too much. AA8CT, and good morning, Tom.
Yeah, real good. I gotta do some around here and there where it's not real easy to get in and whack it down, but I gotta hurry up and whack it down. I got the front mode with the walk behind, and dandelions are looking crappy, but got them whopped out, bagged, and ready to go at the trash this morning, and probably try to do the back if the rain holds off when I get home, and do that with the little tractor mower. WJXX.
KE8YBZ, good morning.
KD8DSH, Randy and Akron, good morning. Listening.
Sorry, I doubled with you. KE8YBZ, good morning. Mobile.
Morning, Charlotte. How you doing? And that was Randy in there. Go ahead, Charlotte.
Good morning, it's Charlene. That's okay. I went to the Hamfest and I bought a ICOM ID 5100A, and one of the guys from my local club has from Alliance, he has all the cords and everything, and he was there. I actually talked to him before I purchased it, and he is like, it's a great radio. Got all this stuff to set it up. You can borrow it. I'm like, how about I just send the radio home with you and you set it up? That's even better. And so that is happening, and I'm super excited about it. Anyway, that's my weekend.
751 ICOM A is an excellent radio.
I'm glad to hear. Because I'm going to be laid up after surgery and not be making my morning drives, I wanted something that I could set up in the house. So, yeah, I'm excited.
I have his little brother, the 751. I looked for 751A, never could find it. So then I went to a Kenwood 2000. So, but you'll enjoy it. Yeah. Now all you have to do is get on there with your key and there's CW all over the world. Alrighty, I got to get some hot coffee to take the place of this cold coffee. So we'll be back in a few. WB8 BMW.
All right, Jim. Sounds good. How you doing, Randy?
KD8DSH. Oh, doing pretty good. Just had my first breakfast, fistful of pills, and then a little later on this morning I'll have my second or regular breakfast. But the day has started, and so far so good. So, how you doing? Back to you.
Not bad. A few minutes, I'll take dog out the second time. But, yeah. Imagine you got the dogs out, so first round's taken care of. You have a good day there. WHXX.
W8WKY.
I will say one thing. It was a beautiful day yesterday out. KCFQV.
Good morning, Mark. Hey, Charlene, you still out there? N8YMY.
N8YMY, KE8YBZ.
Yeah, we were at the Hamfest too, wandering around, but I was just going to tell you that radio is the perfect radio to talk on the vintage 40-meter net on Sunday nights, because it is a radio that was built between 86 and 93. So when you get that general, I can steer you in the right direction to check into a really, really cool net on Sunday evenings on 40 meters there. N8YMY.
Maybe I gave the model number, and I'm not remembering correctly. This is definitely not a vintage radio, though, and it's UHF VHF, so that I can reach you guys in the morning, hopefully from East Rochester.
Then I misunderstood you. I thought you said 751. What number did you say?
The ICOM ID 5100A. I'm pretty sure that's right. It's a touch screen with a removable face.
Ooh, I made a mistake then.
Yeah, I copied what Jim said, so I'm the one that got the wrong model number there that I Googled.
No, it was my fault. I thought she said a 751A. I have a 751. No, she's talking about the 7100. That's a good radio, but that's way above what I have. Alrighty, sorry about that, John.
Actually, Jim, she said 5100. So we both got it all messed up there. That's all right. It's Monday morning.
Yeah, and she's prettier than we are, so she's right and we're wrong.
Yeah, I think that's their big VHF, UHF radio. And nice radio.
It was very lightly used, but to get it for $375 versus $500, I will take that.
Sure. What time was you at the Hamfest Saturday morning?
I got there around 9 and left a little after 11.
Okay. Well, there was a bunch of us sitting at the one table there. They had like 2 or 3 white tables set up to eat your food from the concession stand, and we were sitting at that first table there on the end for a little while.
I think by then I was actually sitting down with the Alliance group at the raffle ticket table. Eating my own hot dog. I should have went over and just checked it out. I'm sorry I missed y'all.
Well, I actually didn't even know you were going, or I'd have looked you up there. Yeah, I got there a little late because I had something I had to do first, but I didn't hang out. I think I left about maybe 11:30 myself.
Even the people selling didn't hang out. I couldn't believe how early people started packing up.
Yeah, being that I've only been back in radio for a year, I haven't really been. I went to that Hamfest 20 years ago, and I remember it being a lot bigger than it was. So I don't know how it's been in the last few years, but it seemed kind of small there, and there was empty tables already when I got there. So I don't know. N8YMY.
I'm going to sign off for the net. KE8YBZ.
KE8YBZ N8YMY. We'll talk to you soon. Have a great day at work.
A great day at work, Shar. And, yeah, good hearing from you. Congratulations on the radio. But you know what time it is? It is just about time. Almost. Pretty close. But we're going to go with it. WB8 BMW. WB8 BMW. Good morning, Jim. And how are you this fine morning with the sun getting ready to rise up above the horizon, at least down here, and a nice layer of fog down in the valley, which really is cool. AA8CT.
AAACT, WB8 BMW, hot cup of coffee, no leaks nowhere, is starting of a good day. And the curtains are closed, so I don't know, I can't see what kind of a morning it is, but I'll take your word for it. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Thanks, Craig. Well, let me see, before I get started here, I've been working on this here 2-meter antenna. And I've got so many cut pieces laying around the floor, some of them with solder on the end I had to take loose and put back together, recut, resolder. I got a whole pile of pieces and parts. This thing is just whipping my tail, but I ain't going to give up yet. Barry come up with some more suggestions, and I'm going to try them. But I'm going to keep working on it. All righty, well, we'll get this thing started here, and we'll see if Nancy is available this morning. KI5 OZZ WB8 BMW. Well, maybe she's still on the road or sleeping in this morning. So we'll get the other YL, KI5 SSR WB8 BMW. How about it, Jeanette? Are you up with us this morning, or are you still sleeping in? Well, we only got one YL that was up and at it this morning, and she's put in her quota and taken off for work, so good deal. And okay, now we'll go to the top of the list on the other side. K8 PMI WB8 BMW. How about it, Grandpa Phil? Are you with us this morning?
WB8 BMW, this is K8 PMI. Oh, I'm on the highway already, and it looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. Not a cloud in the sky, a little red horizon over there, so I don't know what the weather's going to be this week. A little cool this morning, but I'm heading to the salt mine. Fabulous weekend, got to spend time with the granddaughter. Thank you. This is K8 PMI.
All righty. Well, that's what makes you a great grandpa. You get to spend a little time with the little one. So, yeah, sounds like you had a good time. All righty, Phil. You take care. Don't work too hard today. N9TN WB8 BMW. Well, we'll see if JJ got through the weekend without messing anything up. Good morning, JJ. How'd you do over the weekend?
W8WKY.
Well, good morning, Jim. Good morning to everybody on the pre-barometer.
Hope everybody's doing okay. I have 51 degrees here, currently in Boring, Tennessee. High today is supposed to be 82 degrees, 82. It's going to be a scorcher. 85% humidity right now here, and looking out the picture window here in the living room, the sun is starting to beat around the horizon, and I can't see a cloud one in the sky, not even one little inkling of overcast. So it's going to be a bright day out there. Looking good. It's supposed to rain the rest of the week. I've got a 30% chance tomorrow, and it's supposed to up from there and then go back down throughout the week. So we'll see what happens. We need the rain as much as I don't like it. So anyway, the Boring report. Arms survived the weekend. Been doing my exercises like I'm supposed to. I have physical therapy tomorrow, and I have my follow-up appointment for my arm Wednesday, and we'll see and go from there on how I should progress in therapy on hopefully do some weightlifting and strengthening. I haven't been able to hold or lift anything throughout the last month, so just we've spent the whole month straightening it out, and I'm ready to hold some stuff and lift stuff. That'd be nice. Anyway, still fairly numb. We can't get past the numb part. Anyway, Jim, I'll turn it back over to you, my friend. We really appreciate you doing this part of the net. I enjoy it every morning that I can be in here. N9TN, Boring, Tennessee. Back to you.
All righty, JJ. Well, yeah, get it, now that you got it all, not all knitted up and everything, now you got to teach it what it's supposed to be able to do, and very slowly, and don't get over exuberant, and because it feels good, you take it easy, and it'll get back to 100%, or close to it, I guess. All righty, JJ, you take care. All righty, it's time to see if John is having the top of the morning up there in Elyria this morning. AC8AT, WB8, BMW. Top of the morning, John.
And a top of the morning right back to you, Jim, and to Miss Judy there, and to everybody on board this morning. Good hearing everyone this morning. Let's see, Elyria's 42 degrees, feels like 39, but it's going to be a nice day, Jim. We got 99% humidity, wind is southeast at 6, and the high today is 74. And we're going to have rain tomorrow, so I got to go out there and cut the grass again. Well, I shouldn't say that. I need to go cut the dandelions down. Every time I cut the lawn, these dandelions pop up like an antenna farm, Jim. Oh, it's so discouraging. Anyway, that's just part of the springtime. It'll settle down once we get towards the summer. And what else did I have here? Over the weekend, there was a Florida QSO party going on. So I had a whole bunch of contacts down in Florida. That was really cool. It's kind of funny, though. You're 5'9", QRZ. After you repeat your call about 50 times, you're still a 5'9". Anyway, Jim, 24 steps, and I'll let you round them up. And sure glad you're here to start off our week, Jim. WB8 BMW, top of the morning, my friend. AC8AT.
All righty, John. Well, 24, that sounds like a real good number. I think your body is getting used to 24, so you listen to it. All righty, and yeah, I know about the antenna farm on the dandelions. we have that stuff put on where we try to kill it off in the spring, you know. But my neighbors around there, they mow it one day, and the next day there is probably twice as many sticking their heads up with the little seeds on them, waiting to be blown into my yard because they don't think I have enough dandelions in my yard. All righty, John, you take care. Take care of yourself there. All righty, Chris, you got your coffee? KE8MMY, WB8VMW.
WB8VMW, good morning, Jim, and everybody out there. It looks like it's going to be a pretty gorgeous day. There's a little bit of, I don't know if it's dew or what you want to call it, a little bit on the windshield there, but we're getting that warmed up and taken care of. So everybody have a great day, enjoy the weather, and remember it is going to rain tomorrow. KE8MMY. Back to you, Jim.
All righty, Chris. Yeah, you take care, and whatever you do, be careful doing it, because we don't want a blank space in my list here. N8YMY WB8VMW, a busy man over the weekend, and even busier to clean up the mess. Good morning, John.
WB8VMW N8YMY. Good morning, Jimmy. Yeah, you had me all miscombobulated Saturday. You passed me by. I heard Chris in there, and I was just getting ready to push the button, and you called Tom. And I was like, oh, man, my whole Saturday's going to be messed up now. But we got through it. Yeah, it was a long day yesterday, man. We had a lot of games. But it is what it is. It's that time of the year, you know. Definitely baseball and sunflower seeds. That's what it is right now. Jim, have a great day. Thanks for doing what you do, and always enjoy hearing your voice in the morning, and we'll talk to you in the morning. And 8YMY 73.
All righty, John. Well, if I miss you, I'm sorry, because I got you. I don't see how I miss you. There's just something about that part. Maybe what I'll do is I'll redo my list here and put you in another piece. In another piece of it here. I don't know. Either that or I'll change the color. It's red now, and it's got a little, yeah, it's just me. I'm getting old. All righty, John. Mea culpa, and we'll try not to skip over you. All righty, now we'll say good morning to Tom. WA8GXX. Good morning, Tom.
W8WKY repeater PL1 14.8.
Good morning, Jim. Sounding good, and hope you're getting some good porch time in there. Like another day of it. And you can, wet as the ground is, you can probably see the grass grow while you're sitting there. You have a great day there. WB8VMW, WA-GXX.
All righty, Tom. Yeah, well, we'll get some porch time today. All righty, now we'll go down to Middlemark and see if he can get through his living room, or his veranda is full, his living room is crowded. K4OG WB8VMW. Good morning, Middlemark. Can you find the radio in among your antennas?
WB8VMW K4OG. Good morning, Jim, and all the listeners. It's tough, Jim. Right now we're in the parking lot enjoying a little McDonald's sausage egg McMuffin, listening to you guys. And let's see, the dandelions. I pay somebody good money to keep them out of my little posted slot called Weed Man. I figured it up. If I had bought all them chemicals to kill the dandelions, nuts, sedge, grubs, and stuff, it is well worth paying somebody else to do it, and that way I don't get blamed for burning up the lawn. Jim, we froze our tails off at Wingfoot Lake, the POTA thing, which made me kind of skittish to join up with R&D Sunday. It was still cold and damp most of the day, so I got busy doing the T-shirt contest and submitted that. It's mine's titled DXing Around the World, Sarah Field Day 2026. Got that submitted and worked on the minutes. I got about 99% of that done, waiting on a little more material. To the minutes of the meeting I didn't go to. There you go, Jim. Good morning, everyone. K4OG. Back to Jim.
No wonder you can't gain no weight. You know, you're working yourself to death. You got to slow down there. All righty, Mark. Now we'll see, talking about slowing down a little bit, we'll see about Southern Mark, see if he's slowed down, see if he's in bed, or is he on the couch? KE8, SFS, WB8 VMW.
I'm on bed, laying on my bed and listening to you guys talking and everything. I was on my couch last night watching Jeopardy, and I answered a few of those questions, and you know, even though I was not a container. But anyhow, doing okay and everything, Jim, and just trying to figure out what I'm going to do with my car, and you know, and at 7 o'clock I got to call the bus, a shuttle bus, and take me to the scene center to see what time they're coming to pick me up, and but all that doing okay and everything. Like I said, with that, hope you and Judy had a good day. You